So now that we know how to wash our hands, let's get started.
Yay. Use soap when you wash your hands.
Lava sus manos.
See, Alex gets it.
That was my favorite one.
Yeah.
I lost it. I'm gone.
Oh no. Oh, dear.
That's what our characters were doing inside of this room this whole time.
They were just getting clean inside these wine barrels.
Cleaning the blood off of their bodies.
The very first thing Rictavia does is cough in Vesemir's eyeball.
Bro, what the fuck, man?
He just sneezes like that open mouth sneeze, just like the shotgun blast.
God.
Did we get
Why wa-
introduced to germ theory in like our last session or something? Or
Why was I so close to Octavio?
Oh
Real
no.
Alright, so
Yeah,
we took a
exactly.
short rest, right? Not a long rest.
Yeah, short rest.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
you
you
get
shouldn't.
punished if otherwise.
Yeah, and there will be punishments.
Alright,
Yeah, don't be near Rictavia. He's old, so his immune system's not that great.
he's the first to go down.
Yeah.
Just what I wanted.
Okay, does someone want to get Aaron caught up on what happened, on the fun she missed out on?
We came into this house. We saw some people. We beat the shit out of those people. But not before we almost died 3 times each.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you for that. All
Yeah.
right.
Oh, that is all we did.
In this
isn't it?
room, there was a dying elf. He was like stabbed when we came in, and he wasn't affiliated with these other guys, so we just kind of like sent him on back to the bar, right?
Yeah.
Like, so go back to town, go check out these people.
He said that this house is haunted by the dragon, the silver dragon. Oh, and then we were in another room, and there was a fireplace, and it was like magical fire, and a dragon popped up, and it was like, show the knights the light, or some bullshit like that. I took that as in like, hey, let's turn
Or-
these guys good, and then Heather was like, nope, dead. And then started a fight, we ran away from the fight, and then we tried to hide. Everybody failed except for me. So like you have small drags hiding behind a statue with his tail showing, and like Ryan with his shield trying to like get it to like turn, but it doesn't quite turn. And then
You been right there, like slap fighting in the corner, trying to like get the hiding spot.
yep.
What happened?
Rictavio failed miserably, and like he couldn't get to the door fast enough to hide. I
But
was-
Vesemir just like blended right into the shadows.
Yeah. And then I was like, hey, let's talk this out. And then they were like, no, bitch. And then they froze me, and I was like, shit. And I almost died like 3 times. And then there was some table kicking, and Rictavio and one of the revenants
Oh,
passed
yeah.
out or something. There was a lot of like fireballs and necrotic damage to the undead. I'm never gonna let you live that down.
We had 3 of us. We had 3 of us surrounding one of the guys, and he was already on the ground, and we were just like all kicking the shit out of him.
Yeah, it was
Basically,
just-
he got knocked prone, and we were all standing around him, and like so he couldn't go anywhere.
And then, since we were so beaten down, we came back to this room here because it was kind of like a secret room, and it seemed safe enough for us to take a short rest, and that's what we did. We are inside of the House of the Dragon, which is one of our cards. We did take down the 3 revenants. It was a tough fight, but we did it. But we did not level up, so.
Oh,
You think I give out levels like candy?
Please.
No.
well, yeah.
So, is the amulet and the sword in this building? I don't remember. I know one was here. I don't remember if both were here or how that broke out.
Um,
Found them yet?
no, the sword. You don't know exactly where the sword is, but you kind of deduce that the amulet is here.
Okay.
Yeah. I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind.
Okay. So we're gonna pick up right where we left off. Just gonna forewarn you guys. I've had more coffee than sleep today, so might be a bit more erratic than last time, but that's okay. So
All right.
yeah, all right. So all right, yeah. So you guys are back you guys are still in the House of the Dragon. Jukebox is working again. Thanks for that.
I don't
Nice.
hear anything.
Give it a second. I just started playing it.
I also don't hear anything.
Yeah, me too.
There.
There we go.
That's more like it.
Okay, so you're back in this room here. So, Rictavio does that. He does that dad thing where the second he sits down, he just for like 10 minutes. So what are you guys gonna do now? This is presumably at the end of your short rest. So
Do we want to go
Y'all
back
want-
to the chapel and
Chappelle.
and see if we find anything? Because we didn't get a
Dave
really good
Chappelle?
chance.
I was like, what are you talking about? It took me a second.
Chapel.
I don't remember where we were inside this place.
We're in
Oh,
the.
this was like downstairs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
like
over
down
here.
here.
And then
Oh yeah,
here's,
and then
here's
okay.
what happened.
Yep.
Presumably the body's
This
still
is-
there and the
All
blood's
coming
still
back to
fresh.
me.
Yeah, so he was here and we were all standing around.
Yeah, here, let me demonstrate. That small drug, let me hit you.
Roll 1d4.
Sorry, you hurt yourself. Casimir. So do we want to go here then to what's it called? To investigate?
This is where the altar was, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's definitely check this out.
Sneak. Sneak, sneak. Sneak, sneak, sneak. No, we're not
Why
sneaking.
can't I move?
I like to think that the place is pretty empty right now.
There are giant spiders.
We
Oh,
killed the
yeah.
guys who were in this room.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, there also was a room brimming with giant spiders.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We just
Dude.
skipped by that.
To the south. We looked at it and we're like, nope.
Good call. Good call.
Just no, I don't want to go there.
Andrew, remind me, what was it that we saw out this window?
The out of this particular window, you see a tower mausoleum from the cemetery, and like it's kind of like perfectly framed by the window.
Interesting.
It's very picturesque. What's up?
We haven't checked out that tower yet, have we, guys?
No,
No.
you went around and you kind of looked through the bars at the cemetery, but you haven't actually properly gone in.
Can I check this altar?
Yes, but first I want to point out to Aaron, because I already told everyone this, but Aaron, this room is filled with fog because this window has been broken, so like fog is pouring into it. So while you're in here, people have disadvantage against perception checks, which means it's better for sneaking. So yeah, okay, so make me an intelligence or a religion check.
Everybody?
Whoever wants to investigate the altar.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
Small drugs
right
is
here.
all over it.
Oh, I actually rolled pretty well. Wow.
I rolled a 21. Get out of here. Just like elbow everyone out of the way.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Consider the mine is 0. My modifier
Oh no!
is
What happened?
Howard's gone.
No.
It started.
Jose,
Damn it.
you're gonna have to be the tank.
No! No! I start
Okay.
shaking and
This is a
sweating.
nightmare.
Pick up that shield, boy. Okay, so Smalldrax and Vesmir, you're like, oh, this is obviously the chapel too, and then Lil's like, it's the Morning Lord. Ah, it's the Morning Lord. Gotcha. But yeah, it's you can clearly parse out that even though it is much
Put your name in
older,
the chat.
even though it is much older in terms of construction, like you've seen the symbolic. What's the word? What's the word I'm looking for here? The symbols. Anyways, you've seen these holy symbols at the church in Barovia and the church in Valaki. You're like, oh, okay, it's got it. This has to be the Lord. So, and you actually, Lilith, you actually surmise, because you rolled so well in your religion check, you actually surmise that the Morning Lord is actually none other than Taylor, which is an actual deity, and I want to say Greyhawk. You're like, wait a minute, and you kind of like connect the dots there.
How do you spell that?
Pelor, Pelor, the god of sun and healing.
The opposite of Barovia.
You just killed their evidence.
Well, there's a reason why for that. But yes, so to the north and to the south of you are spiral staircases going up. But there's also this door here that you can see by looking through any of the windows leading that way that lead into the graveyard or cemetery, whatever.
All right. Where do we want to go?
No, I think we should check out the source of them. I mean, the mist is just coming from the graveyard, right?
The mist's just kind of coming from outside. There's no one particular source. It's just because this is the only outlet or inlet for it to come into. It's just kind of funneling its way in. It's not like you don't determine it's mystical. It's just like it's like a dam, and there's the break in the dam.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Is there anything else down here that we missed? There was this one door here. Does that lead outside?
Only way to find out.
Ugh. The door where the wine was, guys, where we started. There's that one.
Yeah, that's where we came in. Okay. Isn't there more stairs?
Yeah, there's stairs in this
Yeah, up here.
hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's also
there
a door
were-
here.
there were stairs where you found the dragon's shadow. I don't want to say shadow dragon. That's a monster.
Yes. So weird things have been happening. So when we walked into this big room here, like this vision started happening. Like a big shadow of a dragon flew over us. It was like all weird and freaky.
Ooh.
Oh, weird.
Oh, weird and freaky. Okay. Damn.
Awesome.
Yeah, it freaked out Vesemir, but he tried to play it cool.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
My stomach kind of
He actually cried.
So,
Your secret's out.
he's like, guys, I don't want to be here.
Poor baby.
So do we want to go upstairs then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Left or right?
I mean, what's right?
This is left.
Wait, what's the right way to go, or what's right?
Right.
As in, like,
As in, I've never heard of that word before.
does right even exist?
In all meanings.
Rictavia's like, well, right is a way to perform spells.
Oh my god.
Shabba-dabba.
Damn old man.
Damn old man.
Stop mansplaining, dude.
Shut up, old man. Okay, so
Shut up, old man.
before I slap you on your bald again. Okay, so all right. Two stone balconies flank the main foyer. Balusters carved to resemble knights in shining armor support their elegantly carved stone railings. Weapons and shields festoon the walls along each of these walkways, while alabaster busts of handsome men flank hallways that lead north and south from the foyer. At the west end of each balcony is an archway that leads to a spiral staircase going up.
We're still in dungeon rules, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it my turn?
No, we're not doing that. Stop that.
Should we investigate the paintings and the statues? Just to see?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
See if there's a hidden something.
Oh, well, there's no paintings. There's balusters? Hold on, I've never heard of that term before.
Oh, I thought you said there were paintings of people. Oh.
A baluster
No,
is
that-
like the railing.
Yeah,
No.
it's like
There's busts of
Oh, busts. Okay.
marble paintings.
Wow.
Wow.
a baluster is a vertical molded shaft, square, or lathe turn form found in stairways, parapets, and other architecture. Oh, okay.
Like a pillar.
Yeah, it's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the things holding up the balconies. Oh, that's pretty cool.
I want to investigate this door.
It's a door. Roll me an investigation check,
Good job.
guys. I found a door.
I want to investigate the busts.
Okay. So you determined that the busts incredibly old, meticulously carved out. You determined that they depict the human guises of the dragon Argynvost. However, if you're like, oh, okay, it's just a normal human bust, and as you start to walk away, you see one of the busts like turn its eyes to look at you. And you're like, what? And you do a double take, and it's like looking right back to where it was.
Oh my gosh. Haunted mansion time. Okay.
Do I happen to detect magic anywhere?
You detect no magic.
I thought you were gonna say all kinds of magic everywhere.
Mysterious aura.
I keep reading magic. Hmm.
In this room, no, you detect no magic. The weapons and shields are non-magical,
Okay. Alright,
so they're mundane and boring.
Lame.
open this door, see what happens.
Okay. Let me remove the barrier. Okay.
I really like this musical saw music.
I love this
Yeah,
music
what?
because I just imagine like a ghost in the corner with a little like.
The name of the song is called "Dead
Yeah.
People Things," and I'm like, this is perfect.
That's amazing.
Yes. Yeah, extensive research. Okay, so the contents of this room are draped in cobwebs. Between curtain windows stand a black marble hearth with a sculpted mantelpiece, above which hangs a framed portrait of a handsome, well-dressed man with a wry smile and a thick mane of thistledown hair. Opposite the fireplace is a large bed with a rotting mattress and wooden posts carved to resemble dragons. Across from the double door stand a tall wardrobe. Its door is hanging open, revealing a dark and empty cavity. The only other piece of furniture is an overstuffed leather chair that faces the hearth. I'll give you 3 guesses on who the person is, and the first 2 don't count.
It's the dragon.
Yeah, you did it.
Wait, that one doesn't count though. You have to guess again.
Ah. Nope, it's Strahd. And like the painting turns into Strahd. Real quick. It does that. It does like the haunted mansion thing where it's like.
Can I investigate the fireplace?
Yes, you can. Roll an investigation check. It's a fireplace.
Guys,
This is the most fireplace I've ever seen in my life.
I wasted that roll.
Gotta get them 20s out of the way now.
Uninvestigate the mattress. Look underneath it,
Don't do it with a UV light.
Yeah, right, exactly. Dragon porn.
Oh God! Dragon
no, no, swerve, go back.
Back.
What's it like? Play dragon? What would be?
I'm just gonna torch the bed.
The centerfold doesn't stop.
All right. Can I detect any magic at the fireplace or anywhere else? in
No.
this room? Okay.
Nothing.
In this bedroom.
Yeah, I would say nothing in this cabinet or anything.
No, there's nothing in the
There's,
cabinet.
Narnia's not here.
No.
I checked this corner wall.
It's a wall.
While he's doing that, I'll check this corner.
That's
I
another
step, in, I
corner.
step in the wardrobe and
I'm
close
gonna
it.
check this corner.
Ooh, if we all stand in a corner, maybe something cool will happen.
Oh. Small drags, get to the corner.
Get to the corner.
Oh God!
Cool,
Am I like in the chimney?
Did you go in
Okay.
the fireplace?
So yeah,
Santa Claus?
yeah. I would imagine it's probably one of those fireplaces that like if you crouch you can like fit into. So if you guys spend a minute in the corner of the rooms, 60 seconds pass.
Whoa.
That's what
Whoa!
So
Time
but
still works. Good to know.
Whose idea was this?
other than that, this room has like that really like dusty smell. You know what I'm talking about? Where like you touch the bed and like dust is like.
Oh no.
Okay.
And-
Well, I got something in this room.
Someone's allergies are flaring up right now because of it.
We wouldn't say, but he's a bald old man.
He's running a fever.
Oh God. Put him away.
All right. I mean, in this new room over here.
All right. 2 beds with torn canopies stand against opposite walls with a tattered rug lying on the floor between them. Set into the far wall is a fireplace black with soot. A soft hiss issues from the hearth. And yeah, that's what she's. And Lilith.
I stand in this corner.
No, you don't. Lilith, as you approach, as you approach, God damn it.
Gotta check your quarters, man.
Yep. Let's see. As you approach, a small hissing dragon made of ash and smoke erupts from the fireplace, filling the room with soot as it beats its wings.
Oh no! Don't like
So-
that.
No.
So it looks like the silver dragon from outside, but teensy, like teeny tiny. But it's like made of like actual ash.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You're out. What?
No.
I'm out.
Can
See ya.
I attempt to like? I don't know if it like to hold it. I don't know.
It's
like
okay, little girl.
befriend it. Yeah, I'm gonna like feel on the ground in like open palms and just kind of like show that I'm not a threat. Because if this is the silver dragon, then that's supposed to be the friendly one.
Are you gonna approach? It's currently flying around right now. It's like flying around like hitting the walls and stuff like that.
Wow. There's
Ah.
extras.
Does anybody have like
Yeah,
animal
actually,
handling or something?
I don't know if this is gonna work, but like, yeah, I want to take one of the silver coins that you found and just like hold it out in my palms and say like, "We're not here to harm you."
Wait, you're gonna hold. Okay, so when you approach it with the silver coin, it looks at you and like, and then it flies around the room some more, and every time it hits the wall, there's like a splatter of ash on the actual wall itself, flies between you guys, and then it like out.
Can I? Oh, okay. Can I magic? Like, can I tell if this is like actually a creature or if this is like a construct?
That is an excellent question.
You said it was made of ash, so.
Well, let me see what you can do in this situation. Hold on.
Well, I mean, there's like Sith spirits in Miyazaki films. There's like in a Spirited Away. So like,
Yeah, exactly.
could be
Also,
a thing.
the last, much more scarier one that appeared earlier was way friendlier.
Hmm.
Yeah.
He actually talked to us.
It's like a chihuahua. Like the tinier they are, the angrier they are.
Yeah, roll. If you want me to, you can roll like an arcane check to sort of determine what exactly is the deal.
Fuck. Oh, that's
I-
a thing.
Wait a minute, you don't have any points in arcane? Okay. No judgment here. No judgment.
That's one for the podcast.
Well, warlocks are charisma-based spellcasting, so intelligence is.
That's true. That's very true. You can talk your way out of a lot of situations, but
Not this one.
yeah, you just determined that it's just a creature of ash and well, I mean with that, Vesemir, with your knowledge of monsters, you kind of get a bit of an edge on that. You actually determine it's an elemental. It's actually similar to what's known as a mephit, which is a combination of two elemental creatures. It is actually air and fire elemental conjured into one.
Do I know? Do I have any background knowledge on elementals? Like what makes them happen? How did it get here? Or anything like that?
How it got here, you're not entirely sure. I would imagine because you're more like a undead kind of killer thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's that. Like you know about it because you
can-
paid attention and
If it's a fae, a fiend, or an undead, I had intelligence. I have ability. I have advantage on any intelligence ability checks to recall information about them.
no, it's not of those things. So it's like you know what it is, but you can't like really quite pin it down. It's not.
It's not my expertise. I didn't major in that one.
Yeah, it's not in your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
So
Guys, it's an elemental. Fire and air.
That's
Make
still
cash.
pretty cool, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, if it's not hurting anyone, let's not hurt it.
Yeah, let's be
I
peaceful.
wasn't trying to hurt it. I was just trying to
Yeah, befriended.
Make sure it
Yeah,
wasn't
can we
gonna
try
hurt
to
us.
befriend it? Be like, hello, join us.
Can I investigate the room?
Yes. Let's see.
Do I
Hold
roll?
on. Give me a moment.
What? Cool.
No, you investigate the room and you kind of toss the room a bit, and there again a lot of dilapidation, a lot of destruction and neglect. But other than that, there's really not much going on here.
To the next
Besides-
room.
To the next room.
Next room.
All right, fuck this.
Oh man, are we gonna go left or right, guys? Oh, never mind.
I picked left.
Hold on. Okay.
Oh shit.
At the
Where did everyone go?
All right, you take Vesemir.
No, I'm kidding.
Nope, I'm not. You take that much bludgeoning damage from the fall. Okay, so
Oh my god.
Talaxia, get back in the house.
Where's everybody?
I sound like get back in this house.
Get back in the house. There you are. Okay.
Okay, so when that happens, when you reach that spot, let's see. Okay, so the T-shaped hallway has branches to the west, east, and south. 3 arched windows on the north wall look out over the foggy grounds. So, when that, who was there first, Lilith or Vesemir at that
Lilith.
spot? Okay, So-
yeah.
so Lilith's like, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Lilith's like, I'm gonna go investigate the door, and when you step on that spot, the area that you're in, or your footstep starts to glow a bit. No. You get your ass right back to where it was.
Fine.
I'll say Octavia's over there. And you're like, oh no.
Shit.
And when that happens, hold on a second. I gotta move some things around now.
Yeah.
When that happens, a wall of stone immediately juts up magically from. Hold on, I'm going to draw a line so you guys know where it's at. Pull it online, yeah. Right here. Everyone see that? Or no? Hold on.
What? Where?
I'm
Oh,
blind. I'm scared.
right there. You see that grave? Oh no!
I can't see it.
I don't see
I don't
anything.
see anything.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
probably because I
shit.
picked.
Are you on the right layer?
It's probably because I picked gray, and I'm like, oh, it's a
Wow.
stone wall.
Ugh.
So, yeah. Hold
Big
on.
No, it
bright
has
ass
to be
red.
red. It has to be fire one.
No.
Yeah, like brown or something, maybe.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick a color that kind of pops out.
Red.
Red.
255 red.
Red would work.
255 red.
Do you guys see that red line there?
No.
I
Uh-uh.
don't see anything.
Oh my god.
I think you have it hidden or something.
Can we-
Yeah. I think you're on the wrong layer.
Oh, I guess nothing happened. Let's keep going.
No.
Yeah, let's just keep
Well,
going.
it's
No
all
wall.
pretty puny. I don't know.
Wait,
Well, we think Strahd a red box.
do you guys see that green line? No. Stop.
No.
We don't
What
see
the
one.
fuck? Someone draw a line right where Octavia's at.
Where Octavia's at?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No, not. Oh my god. I'm not liking this. I'm not.
Oh.
I'm
Actually,
trying
no.
to help you. You asked me for a line.
Jeez, how
Alright.
ungrateful.
All right, you see that green line? Does everyone see the green
There
line?
we go. Yeah, we see
All
it
Okay.
now.
Stone wall magically appears there. And hey, Cece. Oh, I'm sorry. Apparently my dog was crying for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Little
Okay. So,
puppers.
so a stone wall magically appears there. This door behind you opens, and from it, hold on a second. Gotta-
Who'll pick
Great.
left?
and from it steps a spectral knight. Let's see. I'm trying to make a lot of things happen here. I apologize. And suddenly you hear, as you guys are stepping down the hallway, you hear the sounds of a far off battle. One of the knights steps forward, and he he looks like a normal soldier, except he's ethereal and see-through. And when you guys step there, he says something to the tune of, "Hark, lads! The forces of the Tsarevich army are upon us." And it's like we will give them nothing but death. And you hear a chorus of other men going, "Hurrah!" And now we are going to get into combat. Roll me some initiative.
All right.
Oh god.
Oh wait. Oh wait. Hold on.
Nope.
Was this initiative from last time, or is this the initiative rolled now?
It,
I haven't
up,
rolled
it,
it
up,
yet.
it updates.
Yeah, that's okay. Good.
Ah.
Now you gotta select your token. Oh, you already did.
I already did.
Thank you.
You know that meme of GTA San Andreas? Oh shit, here we go again.
Yes.
It's okay, guys. We had the stabby stab this time around.
That's true.
Oh, hold on.
Well, we'll see. I'm gonna hang back because I keep dying. So.
I'm not. There we go. I'm not done rolling initiative yet.
Well,
God.
I don't like the sound of that.
Oh wait,
Why
I'm
is there
still,
so
not,
many?
I'm still not done rolling initiative yet. Hold on.
Stop
Okay.
trying to kill us.
How big is
Huh?
that room?
We're gonna need a fireball.
Oh.
Does anybody have a fireball? Throw it in.
You should have, but you didn't. Haha.
Ah. Ah.
My dogs are like running back and forth and they're freaking me out.
Oh,
Jose.
little pup.
Zoomies.
Jose, quick question.
Yes.
If I click on show player on the monster, does it show them the stats and everything, or just the art?
It should be just the art. No, wait, hold on. No, it has to be a handout.
Okay, yeah, because these guys look pretty cool, and I wanna show you guys. What
Yeah,
they look like.
if and usually in the description there's like a hyperlink.
Okay.
Yeah. No, don't show the show player the whole thing.
But why not?
I mean,
Yeah.
you can. That's fine.
I wouldn't
See
recommend
them
that.
stats.
Aha! Now I know that they're weak against nothing.
Ooh, they're weak against something. Information.
This time
Really?
around, I'm gonna try to talk to them again.
You go for it.
Yeah, you go first then.
Here they go.
I can't see anything.
Here's what they look like.
Oh,
neat.
cool.
Yeah.
Phantom Warrior.
He looks like he has back problems.
Super
No,
talkative.
Okay, so this one is going to Loxia. I know you said you're gonna hang back, but because you're right there, he's when he moves, you see he doesn't actually physically walk. You see his form kind of turns into mist and sort of like whooshes over to you, and then it solidifies. And when it does solidify, you see he's already like mid swing.
Ah.
Great.
I block him because I am a
Ooh.
Taekwondo expert.
Do you?
As one does.
That's
What is your AC?
many.
15. 2 billion.
2 billion. Okay, well that's good because nothing will ever hit you. No, seriously, what's your AC?
15.
Okay,
Billion.
15 billion. Okay, so that's good because he rolled a 24 billion. Yeah, so he materializes in front of you and goes for the double, and the sword goes through you, and you're like, oh, that's kind of weird. Like nothing's happening, but then something inside you starts to hurt. Like there's like a core pain, and you take 17 points of force damage from. Oh well. You take 4 points of force damage from the first one because you're uncanny dodge, and then you take 9 points of force damage from the second attack.
Oh.
See, I remembered.
Yeah, I was looking for it. I was like, what is that thing called again? Uncanny Dodge. Okay. Okay.
All right, that's in there.
Okay, are these Fey fiends or undead? Would I recognize it?
They're clearly undead.
Okay, they could be Fey. I don't know.
the monster called a phantom warrior. Yeah, they're undead.
Fuck it. I'm just gonna go over here. Wait.
Well, do you wanna roll an intelligence check to see what their deal is?
Yeah, sure. Is that gonna
I mean,
cost my
yeah,
action?
No.
Okay, cool.
No, because you're thinking. I'm not gonna be like you're not gonna be sitting there for 6 seconds like.
Oh, Andrew. Okay, hold on.
What's
I
that?
said intelligence because I'm reading because I'm reading the new Blood Hunter. But since I didn't flip my intelligence and wisdom, can I just
Here we go.
do? Can I base it on wisdom?
Sure, that'd be fun.
Is there a wisdom check for that? Insight? No.
Just roll wisdom.
Medicine, perception.
I'm trying to look exactly see how uncanny does. Hits you with an attack. You can use your reaction to have the attack.
Oh wow, that was terrible. Okay. Either way, I don't recall anything. I skipped
Okay.
that. I skipped that day in class.
No, actually, it's pretty basic because it's a ghost, and ghosts can do one of two things. They can either live quote unquote in the material realm and have like their own devices, or they are repeating a cycle of whatever was their undoing.
Okay.
This is actually something that's like ghost theory in real life. So
First grade, Jose. Come on.
yeah, come on.
All right. So first things first. I hurt myself.
As one says, yeah.
That's what it was.
You turned your head too quick and you hurt your neck.
It's
Oh,
shit.
that's worse.
I pulled my sword. I cut myself and I lighted on. I used my Rite of Dawn, and I cut it.
Okay.
With 2 hands. And I attacked twice.
Okay. Those two hit.
So 18 slashing, 6 holy whatever the fuck, radiant damage.
Okay. So the slashing damage, you see the sword goes through him, and he's like, and it's like this weird thing where you hit him, and then like there's like a weird delay with the pain, like but then the radiant damage comes in, and that seems to affect him a lot more than the actual sword going through him does.
I believe my weapon, while on right damage, is considered a magical weapon.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm looking right now.
Hold on. Oh.
This damage is magical, yes.
Well, yeah, the right damage is magical.
Yeah, it's worded as his right damage is magical. You're right.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No,
I imagine it was the silver weapon.
That doesn't really do anything. Okay. All right. So from this door. Hold on a second. So this door here is still closed behind where Lilith is. However, another knight just kind of just leaps through the wall, like as a ghost would, and attacks Lilith.
No.
The first one weirdly doesn't hit because it rolled really low, but the second one you take 6 force damage.
Ignore that. Sorry.
Sacred flame, sacred flame.
Sorry, no, not that one.
Oh, you ready to pop the hellish rebuke?
I was trying to hide it. It gave me like the full description. I was trying to hide it. But yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Just gonna go ahead and cast Hellish Rebuke now.
All right, yeah, go ahead and do it because that's gonna be your reaction.
Oh. Get me.
No, that's good. You're still good. You're. Sorry, I had to do some quick maths.
Quick math.
And when the hellish rebuke happens, that phantom warrior is like, Zarovich sent his sorcerers upon us.
Zarovich is the dragon, right?
No, Zarovich is Strahd's last name.
Fuck! Guys, let's talk to these dudes.
Shouldn't be. Yeah, wait.
It's like, wait a minute. We're also fighting against Strahd.
That's,
Strahd sent his forces against us.
As I rain down a hellish review, guys scream like, "I hate Strahd too!"
this knight moves incorporeally through the door and the other knight as well, and goes, "Have at thee, demon!" and attacks small Drax.
It's going right now.
But none of those attacks hit. So
Yeah.
And the weird thing is, when you're blocking the attack, the sword actually bounces like a sword would. And you notice that when the sword gets closer, it turns solid, but then once it starts to go away, it becomes more incorporeal.
Oh, that's cool.
It's gonna be like an anime fight. Like, oh, I figured out in a split of a second. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
30 minutes of explaining.
Yeah. Backstories of how he learned that specific move.
Someone has to do the glasses thing, and the glasses go like, yeah, perfectly white. Writing.
So
Fighting
when,
ghosts.
yeah, didn't see that coming. When he did attack with his normal attack first, did it seem to do anything at all, or did it just go right through him?
It went through him, but he didn't seem so much phased by the actual, like the. Yes, but not as much as the radiant damage.
Okay, but
Yeah.
he didn't like ignore it.
Yeah, no.
Okay. All right. Well, I think I'm in a good spot actually. This is probably where I should be, where I'm standing. I'm gonna attack this one
Okay.
and see if I can actually hit it.
Hey, do you guys want to know what I forgot to do?
Roll for
for-
Octavio.
It's okay. He's already there.
He's afraid of ghosts.
He was already in the turn order. You could have used the values from last time. It doesn't matter.
Oh, that's right. I could have. Yeah, I'll just do that.
He was 8. by the way.
Ooh, let's see some damage.
There we go.
Now we're
Crunch.
talking. Oh wow.
Take this, you undead bastard. Oh.
Oh,
Damn, you rolled a 1 on that 1d8.
yeah, that's,
Sorry, Rick. Sorry, Ryan.
that's all right. I'll take it.
Let's see. So that is a 16? Yeah. So which one are you attacking? You're attacking this one here?
Yeah.
Okay. That one goes, haha, a valiant effort, knight, but it will be in vain. Alexia,
I don't like
You
how they're talking to us.
Oh,
you're getting stabbed in the back by ghosts.
no. I want to run away. Run away.
Wait,
You
hold
can't.
on.
There's a stone wall there.
Damn
So,
it.
I'm engaged with that ghost, so you can probably do some sneak attacking.
Okay. I'll do that.
Yes. That would
That
be
sounds
flanking it.
Sneak attack. Sneak attack. Mm,
Ooh,
Damn.
solid hits.
yay.
And then don't forget to add your sneak attack damage to that.
How much does that rogue get at level 6?
A lot.
Oh yeah, 3d6. That's right. 3D. So
Okay. That's a lot of damage.
yay.
God, you guys make me pull out calculators and shit. Hold on a second. Teresa just texted me. I need to go out there real quick. I apologize about that.
That's a 15, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Oh, give me a second.
Hey, I wanted to ask you something while he's away. Jose, how come your camera isn't reversing? Like, how come I can read your shirt and your shirt's not backwards, but my shirt is?
Oh, because I have it. I can reverse it. if I need
Oh,
to.
probably got like an inverted setting. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but in all reality, inverted just means regular. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How you do that?
It's like this external software that my camera uses.
I see. Okay, cool. Just curious. Just
Yeah.
curious.
Because I got a better camera because the other one was like 3 megapixels.
You could
Okay.
see each one. All
You can
through.
see each pixel, yeah.
Nice.
Here. You see it?
Oh, there you go.
Ah!
Oh,
It's like you're dancing if you do it
you
quick
gotta
enough.
do that like
Yeah.
during combat.
Wash your hands, Corona.
Oh man.
Oh, I like that. I don't like that at all.
That's
It's hard to do it
amazing.
without looking at it.
I feel like that was the best reaction gift in the world, though.
Yeah.
A lot of uses for that.
Oh my!
Why would anybody want that?
Don't mind.
Sorry about that. For some reason, my dog's like having weird separation anxiety from me, which is weird because usually she regards me like chopped liver. So, all right.
You say this, and my dog immediately comes up and starts poking me with his nose. I feel bad.
All right. So, Taloxy, you're hacking and slashing at the Phantom Warrior, and it says something to the effect of like an assassin's in our midst. And from this door, let's see, how far can I go? Yes. So from this door emerges another Phantom Warrior, and it goes to attack. What's his face? Jose, what's your super character's name?
Vesemir?
Yeah, sure. All right. And it goes and it goes, "How about the foul knight?" And it whacks you once for your Jose. Stop that. It does manage to get a good hit, and you take 10 force damage. But then you clash with the second hit, and again, it's doing that weird thing that when it connects with your sword, that area that it connects to solidifies, but the rest of it is incorporeal.
So I take 10 damage.
Yes. Small Drax.
Alright, first I want to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay.
And
Always there.
then always gotta start there. And then Sacred Flame on this one right in front of me that right and also attacked.
Hell yeah.
And go.
Okay. So I have to
Oh,
roll.
that's decent.
Ooh, nice.
It did not make its dex save, so it does take the
Yes.
radiant damage.
Finally.
Nice.
And that one, he has to say something old fashioned. The demon is using foul wizardry against us. Yeah.
He's got a lot to say.
Yeah. Well. This Lilith, the
Yes.
door where you're at just simply opens up, and there is another knight standing at the door, and says, "Take this, vile temptress," and attacks you. Rolls a natural one, so that's not good. But does hit with the second one, and you take 5 force damage from the. So it's like take this vile temptress, and opens the door, but opens it too forcefully, so it kind of like bangs shut real quick.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Diesel.
He just like struggled his way up here. Oh, good boy.
And let's see. This one is going to come through the door, and he's not going to move further away from the door. He's just going to do that thing where he has like his shield and his sword, and he says something like, "The Knights of Argynvos always stand at the ready." I'm going to say Octavio goes now, even though I know it says 12. So, goes whatever. Let's see. What is he going to do? It's probably just going to hit things, but still. He
When in
doesn't.
doubt.
Yeah, no, really. When in doubt, honestly. Yeah, no, he's just going to just run up to the Spectral Warrior here and just do like a little like with his sword cane. Doesn't really have a lot of combat spells.
Guys, I'm thinking a little bit tactical here. What if like
Oh.
I move here, Ryan moves here, Or, well, Talaxia moves here, Ryan in front of Talaxia. That way, we're back to back.
Good idea.
I'm gonna slowly
Um,
kind of creep that way.
Where
Yeah.
do you
Yeah.
move?
He actually doesn't manage to land a hit on this Phantom Warrior, and the Phantom Warrior taunts him, saying, you know,
So,
yeah, you might have done that when you were younger. And then a second knight appears at this
Fuck.
door here, doing the same thing, the sword and the shield and the sword at the ready. Lilith,
All
you
right.
get you're getting smacked around by a bunch of ghosts.
That's the best way of putting that. I don't get really ghost, but it's not something that's one thing.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're kind of muffled. I couldn't.
yeah, I didn't hear it.
You cut out a little bit.
Weird. Are either of the guys looking beat up than the other? The ones in front of me.
The one directly in front of you. This one right here looks pretty bad. It took a fair amount of damage from that hellish rebuke.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Sacred Flame on him.
Okay.
There we go. Okay.
All right. I gotta make my dex. Oh, it actually makes it. So,
I
yeah.
don't know where it goes.
I mean, it made a dex save. Yeah.
Is this door open now?
That door is now properly open. Yes.
Okay.
And so when the sacred flame starts to come down, the knight raises the shield and it does that thing where when it hits it, that area gets solid. And he's like, ha! Try again, witch.
Ooh, got him.
I'm gonna use my remaining action to move into this room.
I'm sorry. Your audio is coming in really weird. Like it's choppy
headphones are
and
probably dying.
blurry.
Oh, yeah, probably. I'm just gonna remaining action just to move into that room. And
Okay.
then- yeah.
So these guys are gonna get an attack of opportunity on you. Okay. So
Why? I'm like at the end of the hall. Right at the door.
because you're
You have to
trying
go
to
by
like,
him.
you're trying to like shimmy down a hallway where these guys are at.
What side are you on?
Yeah.
Are these
The
door
side
open?
of the side of the law. This door is open. This one
Dark.
this one has remained closed.
Oh,
Okay, that's actually fine because none of them hit you anyways. So you didn't manage like, like for that brief moment you see the Matrix. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so the one that's attacking Talaxia, it does manage to get another hit in, but the second one you do manage to dodge out of the way. You take 3 force damage. I already have it for you. You take 3 force damage, and it says something like stay in place, you thief, as it's like wildly swinging to hit you.
Slow down so I can hit you.
Yeah, stop moving.
Damn it.
For that brief second, its sword becomes a sandal. Vesemir,
I attack this one.
which one? The one in front of you? This one that's attacking Talaxia?
Yeah.
All right, do it. Let's see it. Yes, go ahead.
All right, 26 slashing damage and 5 radiant damage.
Okay, you actually kill it.
And I say, I
Nice.
didn't go to the Ghost Slayer school for nothing.
It's that one's not going to be when it dies. You actually see it doesn't quote unquote die from your attack. It actually seems to be like it looks like it's sustaining different attacks, and you actually see like arrows and stuff
Oh, so
appearing.
it's like it fades into its echo, whatever the hell it is.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. So it died its death in the material plane. All right. Is that gonna be the rest of your turn, Vesemir?
I look at Talaxium, it's like,
Got your back, bro.
Thank you.
oh wait,
you.
where? Okay, so hold on.
I'm holding on.
So what I wanted to do, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's kind of like get back to back. That way they don't get in between us and separate us.
Oh. Whoops.
Yeah, that's what I was
Good
trying to
idea.
get. So like if Salaxia can come up here in her next turn,
Yeah.
you know, and then we can have like a shield in front of her or something along those lines. I don't know. I'm just.
That's
Okay.
actually really funny you should mention that. Because that's exactly what this one does. It moves incorporeally through
Oh,
Yeah,
Rictavia.
Damn it.
Rictavia's like, it's cold.
Wait,
Something went through me.
disadvantage.
He knew the plan.
Damn it.
Does he still get hit if he has disadvantage?
And what about attacks of opportunity?
Yeah.
There's actually, hold on a second. Because there's something about its incorporealness. Hold on a second.
Oh, yes.
Mm.
You can't get. I think I've read that before.
The Phantom Warrior can move through other creatures and objects if they were difficult terrain. Yeah, you can get some attacks of opportunity. It doesn't say you can't, so yes, you can get attacks of opportunity.
Nice.
That's
So
my-
everyone take a good whack at this guy.
Whack.
Damn it.
Oh, whoops.
We're just hitting
Yo.
each other.
You only get one attack.
All right, so the first one did not hit then.
Ooh, Talaxia's there.
Yeah, Talaxia actually managed to get when it's attack of opportunity, it's just the one attack.
Salaxia
and
like
so-
was waiting for
Yeah.
him, just like holds him by the shoulder and
Saw him the whole time.
yeah, but you still do hit with that attack.
Yay.
Nobody else, even Rictavio rolled a natural 1. He just wasn't prepared for the ghost going through him. That kind of
Still a little shook.
but let's see. All right, now the Phantom Warrior gets to attack.
Your second El Terrell, guys.
But it's actually going to attack Rictavio.
Yay,
And
take him down. Take him
Oh.
with you.
no, and he'll take 12 force damage as the
Oh my
ethereal
God.
blade
I'm saying
cuts
fucking-
into him.
Well, he gets disadvantage on that attack. Does he still hit?
Nope, never mind. He doesn't take. Never mind.
Yes,
Use my
Ryan.
reaction.
It's that it does that thing where like no. It does the Prince of Persia Sands of Time thing where it's like no. Well, fine.
Yeah. I can only do it once a turn, but still.
Gotta make it count. Gotta waste it on an NPC.
Well, it's my turn again next. So
Oh no. Oh, that's true. All right. So this Phantom Warrior will be we'll say no, another fallen brethren, you shall be avenged, and then turns to where the one died, and then turns back around slash the small drax. With your Shield of Faith, what's your AC at now?
18.
Ah, okay. None of those hit. It just the first one you block because it roll low, but the second one, the sword bounces off your Shield of Faith. Boom. That's the sound it makes. Right.
all right,
That's
Um,
canon now.
I'm gonna attack this one.
Do it.
Do it.
Can you knock a ghost over? Let's find out.
What's one?
Shove.
Do I hit with the
Okay.
second one?
No, the second one does not.
Okay.
hit. The first one does.
And then I'm
Which
gonna
one?
do an athletics.
Wait, hold on.
Oh,
Which one are
this
you
one in front
attacking?
of me.
Okay. I just want to make sure. All right, and then
And then-
athletics.
To knock him over. Oh, I don't know.
It rolled a natural 1, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do they? Yeah, sure. Yeah, it when you knock it, where its leg is becomes solid, and then its face becomes solid when it hits the ground, so it's prone.
All that matters.
Talaxia, that's when it's prone. You get advantage on those attacks,
And you get sneak attack too.
which means you also get sneak attack.
All right.
Show me
Super
the
dagger
details.
time.
Let's see some
Jesus.
damage.
Woof.
Yay.
Didn't even need that advantage.
And then 3d6.
Well, she kind of did.
8, 9.
So 11 plus 9.
Dwayne.
Yeah, thank you.
Dwayne.
This one, it's face down. You're just like stabbing in the back. It's like, no!
I hate you.
You're a meanie.
You're a meanie. But your name is Ross.
Eh?
What? There's a story there.
Yeah.
This one goes, no, another fallen brethren, and goes and attacks Taloxia.
Ah,
These guys
Well,
are
you're-
lame.
You're the one that's like ripping and shredding into him.
he hit me first. Or his
that's-
friend did. Whatever.
I mean, semantics. Okay. The first one hits, second one doesn't. With your uncanny dodge, you take 5 force damage. As the spectral blade slashes at your back, and you presumably block or dodge the second one. It's up to you. Okay.
Oh.
So, all right, small Drax.
Sacred
There's a-
flame time.
Flame
So-
on.
The only thing I have that'll hurt these guys. I'm gonna go for the one right in front of me.
Well,
Same
that's
guy.
that's not true. You don't know that.
You don't have any more damage spells?
I mean, I have inflict wounds, but we all know from last time. I have that and vampiric touch, which is also necrotic damage.
Oh. No.
Gotta get that guiding bolt in there.
Ooh, yeah, guiding
Need,
bolt.
need some other stuff.
Or the guardian, what the hell it's called? The one that is.
Spirit Guardian?
It's very good. Oh!
That one where it's just like, I'll take care of this problem right now. And just pop it. Okay, let me see. You're attacking this one right in front of you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It does make his dexterity save.
Damn. That's
Oh.
what I hate about freaking Sacred Flame.
Yeah, I know it's kind of a all or nothing.
If it hits,
Yeah.
it hits
Oh.
good.
It's cantrip though, so I mean,
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Is it a bonus
So-
action? No, right?
No, it means you don't use up a spell slot.
yeah.
This one turns to. Actually, it doesn't even turn. It just like becomes a corporeal and then it solidifies facing Lilith. And
Boogadoo.
yeah. He says something intimidating. I got nothing. I'm sorry.
Use your imagination.
I thought
Once he
along
does
that.
that, I just like lose it completely, and I just like lick his nose.
Ghost knows.
I know I'm completely screwed. And I'm just like, all right.
I'm just gonna be
Alright.
weird now.
So yeah, fuck it. Why not? Anything goes. All right. So the first one hits. You take 4 force damage. The second one's a crit, and you take 18 force damage as
Fuck.
he plunges the spectral sword into you.
As I react with hellish rebuke, you say?
That's what I said.
Naturally.
Did I stutter?
I mean, this seems like a really good time for it.
A lot of people are exploding when they attack Lilith, and that concerns
They don't learn their lessons.
Oh yeah,
Jesus!
plus 3. Boop, boop.
So that's a solid 30.
Yeah.
So, Small Drax, Brighton, Octavio, Vesmer, Taloxia. You hear someone go like ah, like in a room somewhere. These two are just let's see.
Oh, okay.
Vesemir turns.
Hold on a second. The room token is actually blocking something I need to see. Oh, okay, it's just another. Okay, I actually had to like move the room token. I'm like, what is that underneath it? Let's see. This one, that's nothing. I'm sorry. I'm all out of ideas for
Ender.
why.
Kendra, can you open this door?
It's already open. Oh! I know what you mean. Sorry.
So I can capture it.
Yeah.
There you go. Thanks.
Yeah. So this one's gonna rush forward, and he will. Oh, actually, there's really not much he can do. Yeah, no, he's just going to advance with the sword and shield ready. Rictavio surrounded.
The
Let's see,
squishy ones are surrounded.
He's going to try to attack the one that what's his name? Help me out here. Small Drax is working on. Wow, those are some great hits. And by that I mean no. Yeah, I'm being completely sarcastic. He hit with absolutely none of his spells. He hit with none of his attacks. Yeah, so these two are trading blows, but they're not landing anything. This one behind Taloxia is going to try to take another swipe at her.
No.
They both hit, and let's see. So the first one you take 5 force damage, and the next one you take 9 force damage.
Uncanny dodge.
Well, I already accounted for the uncanny dodge.
No.
Yeah.
Stop killing me. You really want me to die, don't you?
Because she's a bird. Wow.
It's my job.
That's racist.
Yeah. Fucking
Yeah, it is actually racist. Sacred Flame? Okay. Didn't even have to say it. It's like this. If it ain't broke.
Hopefully. Oh.
No, it didn't. He didn't make it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's just
That'll be 16 because plus 3.
Oh, it's dead then. You killed it.
Yay!
Yes.
Hooray.
So the Sacred Flame rains down on him, but like the one that Vesemir killed, it doesn't actually die from your attack. You actually see a spectral greatsword come through and lop his head off, and he falls dead.
Jeez.
Metal. Okay.
Metal.
That's me. Vesemir.
All right. Who's herder? This one or this one?
Definitely that one that you pointed out first.
I'm at
This guy?
17. Oh, wait. Yeah.
He looks kind of ragged. He looks as ragged as a ghost can look.
Okay.
A little less shiny.
Yes. Lost his luster.
If I manage to kill this one, and I want to move down this way, does this guy get an attack opportunity?
I would say yes.
Okay, never mind. I'm gonna take this guy. Does that
That
hit?
first one. That hits.
Does that kill it?
That kills it.
All right. Then I turn to this guy.
Okay, so that one takes a bunch of arrows to the chest and falls out of a spectral window to the ground below it.
Jeez.
That second one does not hit,
All
however.
right. Well, I'm gonna use my inspiration. Cause fuck it.
That's right. I gave you Small Jack's inspiration. Sure.
Yep.
Yeah. So then I hit with that.
Yes. That does. No, you don't hit with the 23.
Sweat.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, that one does definitely hit.
Okay. Ghost Slayer in the house.
Jeez, you guys are cutting through these guys. Oh, I expect you guys to do that. This one will actually move over here. Small Jake's getting an attack of opportunity.
Nice. Here comes the Warhammer. Oof.
Damn.
No.
No.
No, Andrew, no.
That's how bad it was.
Wait, did Andrew?
I embarrassed him with that roll. He's just
I'm
like,
out.
I can't.
I'm assuming that Andrew didn't drop for anybody else, just me.
No, he dropped for me too.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's gone forever. That's it.
Forever.
Yep.
Shouldn't have fucked with us.
Small Drax killed him.
That's right. That's where that Warhammer went on.
Hey.
Hey, hi.
Okay, so what did you guys not hear? Wait, no. Where did we leave off at?
Huh?
I rolled terribly, and then that was it. I got an 11.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah. So, all right. So you rolled the 11. Neither of the Phantom Warriors attacks hit because of your Shield of Faith. So as it's moving, you guys are like trading blows and blocking and stuff like that.
Nice.
Yes. Brighton. As the squishiest one, you are dead center. What's going on? With that 18 AC, you gotta have that meat shield.
That's right.
I have no idea how I ended up in this situation. I'm gonna. I think you got this, small Drax. I'm gonna go over here.
I got this one.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and attack this one
Okay.
twice. Oh my
Ooh.
god!
Oh.
Wow.
Don't you love fighters?
Oh!
Oh, what?
Oh!
Consistency.
What
It's all-
years of grueling training does, man.
Yeah.
That-
Oh.
That's the key to success. Not quality, yes. Consistency, definitely.
Yep.
So, yeah. So you were just battering it with the warhammer, and this one's like, no,
Stop it.
you're being mean to me. All right, Deloxia.
Finish him.
Yes. So which one is that?
Yeah, this one right here.
I just
Okay.
want to say, I look at Talaxia and I'm like, Talaxia, get behind us and shoot from range for now. My next turn
Okay.
I'll move up so you don't get flanked by two.
Thank you. Thank you.
Are
I'm
you
doing
gonna?
that.
Well,
Are you
disengage first.
Yeah. Use your disengage to that way you don't.
Oh, how do I do that again? Sorry.
You just have to say that you disengage.
Oh, disengage. Disengage.
Well, that's
Now
gonna
it's
well.
special.
Well, hold on. If you disengage, that's gonna be your action. So that's gonna be in lieu of your attack. So if you want, you can risk an attack of opportunity, or you can use your disengage so that way they can't hit you.
I'm getting away.
Okay.
I've died. If I die again, I'm dead.
That's fine. That's
So,
fair.
rules.
That's so. So all right. So you're gonna push Rictavia out of the way. Get out of the way, old man. And presumably you're gonna do that SWAT thing where like Raiten's holding up the riot shield, but you're like behind him, like over the shoulder.
With like a dagger.
That's right. Exactly.
Okay.
Take that.
All right. So this one's not. Oh wait, is this one's still prone? I forgot he can get up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fine. This one is going to try to. He's going to square up against both of you, and the first one does not hit, which was for Vesemir. The second one does hit, which was for Raiten.
What?
Yes, and you take 10 force damage.
Bro.
Small Drax.
You already know.
You know what it is.
Oh, I'm getting such bad rolls.
That's okay. Me too. It takes the radiant damage.
Nice.
Yes.
Burn spirits.
Go.
This one will approach menacingly with its shield up. Rictavio will engage with this Phantom Warrior and hopefully hit something. No, he's not.
Intense, Octavio.
He's just gonna slap box with this Phantom Warrior, not do anything. Hold on a second. Is he gonna hit with a spiritual weapon? Yes, he hits with the spiritual weapon.
Yay.
Finally, as the spiritual sword comes out and hits him for 12 force damage. God, Rico, you are useless.
Yeah.
Fucking Rick
He
Downey.
did the equivalent of like walking up and slapping the guy with his glove.
Yep.
For some reason, he's rolling like all ones. Like it's all super low stuff. That's fine.
It's finally gotten to him. All of our shit talking. Octavio is officially depressed, and
Maybe I do.
he's really down the dumps. We had to work on this.
He's rolling everything with permanent disadvantage now.
Oh,
It's like-
The age is getting to him.
How old is he now?
His arthritis is flaring up. Ah. All right, so this spectral warrior is going to approach Raiden, and he says, "Spar with me," and he's going to try to attack you. Neither of those attacks hit though, because he rolled pretty low.
Hmm.
So, Lilith, you see Small Drax and Rictavia beating the shit out of this guy.
I shrugged my shoulders and cast Sacred Flame. Add 3 to that, by the
Holy crap!
Wow.
This is a cantrip, right?
How
Yeah.
are you hitting so hard?
Holy crap!
Holy
You
shit.
rolled well, damn. That's
Okay.
2d8.
All right, so Rictavio attacks him
Wait.
with the spiritual weapon. Small Drax, what's up?
Don't add 3 to that. I think it actually took in the system. I was trying to adjust it to where it automatically add 3.
It did.
Um,
Don't worry
It-
about it.
no, I just, okay, whatever.
Well, no, hold on. Don't
I
worry
was
about it.
trying to be honest, you know.
Because the Spectral Knight is actually kind of holding his own, like, you know, dodging, deflecting attacks from Rictavio and Small Drax, and he's backing up. What he does not see is Lilith coming up and blowing his fucking head off with Sacred Flame. That one's dead.
Yeah,
Better be.
about time. He took a lot of damage.
Shit.
Yeah, he was a hardy guy. All right, Vesemir. This wall of shields is approaching you.
Which one's the hardest?
This one in front of you. First one hits, second one does not.
12 slashing, 5 radiant.
Okay.
Woohoo.
Just imagine
Oh.
like Ryan and I just like ting 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 ting. ting. Go down.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like it's like you like. Yeah, this is a straight up sword fight going on right
Yeah.
now. All right,
Ryan
right.
deflects and I attack back, and
Mm-hmm.
he defends me, and I attack the guy who's attacking him. Because I don't have a shield, so I can't really defend.
This has like Peter Jackson level of
Yeah.
choreography going on right now. Okay, Raiden.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and attack this one with just one attack.
Okay.
And damage.
You roll
And
it.
then I'm also going to expend one of the superiority die, and then I'm going to use my reaction to tell Vesemir, like, there's like an opening, and you get one attack against whoever. And then you also get this much damage added to it. Oh, 8 more damage added to it.
Just like an Ultra.
Okay, so you kill him.
Nice.
Yay.
You kill him
We high
as,
five, but
as a spectral arrow beheads it. Howl's Moving Castle style. We're gonna see- have you ever seen Howl's Moving Castle?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a part where. Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking of Princess Mononoke.
I was like,
Yeah.
that's the violent
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, where it just blows
Yeah.
his head off. Why am I subtracting hit points? He's dead. Talaxia.
Yes. If I'm hiding behind someone, can I use sneak attack?
that's
actually-
Ryan and Vesemir right there. Like a
I mean, I would
really,
presume it's taller than me.
really hard high five.
Once per turn, I would say yes, because it says your attack must use a finesse or ranged weapon, and this one I would say is flanked.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
really specify if it's a melee weapon or a...
Sneak attack is so loose with
Yeah.
the rules. I really wish they would.
Technically,
it
an
up.
arrow coming out of nowhere is a sneak attack.
True.
Or a
That is
bolt or
true.
whatever.
Yeah.
They don't know you're there, then yeah.
666.
Oh!
Holy shit! That is one hell of an.
Okay, so you do get. Hold on.
How did you do that? That's
I-
impressive. Good job.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So 8, 10, 15, that's right.
Okay. Yeah, so that one just sinks right in, like right here above where the collarbone is. It's not lethal, but it's gonna hurt like a son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Small Drex.
All right. Which one looks most hurt?
The one that Taloxia just plugged. No, Vesemir, that's for after the battle. That's not high fiving.
No, that's after we took down that dude together.
Yeah.
And I spent a bonus action to high five Raiden. So this guy right here.
Yeah, check that one. I was thinking, if I do Sacred Flame, can I do that with everyone in front of me?
It's a ring.
Yeah, if you can see it, you can.
Yeah, you
It
should.
won't,
do
it
it.
won't hit you guys though, right?
No,
No,
it's a
because,
5.
because I believe it says that it comes down from above, so it should.
Oh.
Yeah, it
Yeah, it
should be fine.
descends. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So same guy, Sacred Flame.
Do it.
Good rolls.
There you can see within range. Yep. Okay. Sure.
Nice.
Target gains no
Not bad.
benefits from. I rolled a 1.
Yes.
He was not ready.
He was not. That arrow threw him off, and this is just—he's having a bad day. Let's see. This one's going to approach Vesemir. It's like, try this steel, you foul being, and it crits on the second one.
Disadvantage.
Does he get? Well, he's still going to hit.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's
but it's
still,
not a crit.
It's not a crit. That's true. You only take 8 force damage.
You go outside, buddy.
Welcome.
How much? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
8.
8.
Yeah. I don't know why I held up 4 fingers when I said 8.
Solid 8.
This, double it. Rich Hobby is going to come up here, and he's going to heal Taloxia.
Yay.
Useful, I guess.
You're going to get 26 points back.
Who?
Damn. 26.
Yeah, it was at a higher cast, and he rolled really good.
I guess he is good for something.
Sweet.
He hears you guys saying, and goes,
Don't make us feel bad for him. Come on.
I imagine he's like that reporter guy from Gravity Falls, the really ugly one. All right.
I need to watch that.
Wait, who did he heal?
Taloxia.
Okay.
Yeah. So, all right, this one that's getting all kinds of stuff thrown at him. He's gonna try to attack at Raiden, but it's gonna be more at like trying to get through, so he can get the ones that are hitting him. The first one hits, the second one does not. Is there going to be any disadvantage crap going on here before I
already
say the
used it.
damage? Okay, all right. So you take 5 force damage from the.
Oh, I
sword.
can't even use it on myself. It only works on other people.
Oh, okay.
You're
okay, I
basically
get it.
using your shield to kind of get in the way, and like
Mm.
that's the idea.
Okay. All right. So yeah, 5 force damage.
I got it. 5 it is.
Uh-huh.
All right, we're good.
Okay, Lilith, are you going to use your Sacred Flame sniper rifle?
Yeah, I'm just gonna like peek through the crowd and cast Sacred Flame and hope it hits its mark properly.
Basically like a government laser.
Government laser. It's a satellite.
Oh my. Come on, roll huh? All right. Well, he rolled a 3. So he's gonna take the full blast of that Sacred Flame. He's like visibly staggered from that because he's just like Brighton's kind of hurting him, but then all of a sudden all this other crap's getting thrown behind him. Oh my god. That's there.
Which one are we attacking? Which is the most hurt? This one or this one?
This one in front of you is a fresh Phantom Warrior.
Oh, that's the one that came over here.
Yeah.
And he attacked me, right?
Yes.
Yeah, fuck this dude. Well, should I waste it right now? Yeah, I'm gonna waste it. Let's do this. I'm gonna mark him.
Okay.
And let me confirm. Additional die. Okay, let's do this. Mark.
Ooh! First one hits, second one doesn't, but let's see some crit damage.
That first one though. Is that for the one in front of you?
Yes. So 6 radiant, 12 slashing, and another 1d6.
Okay. So like the radiant damage actually makes like a small explosion. He like kind of reels back from the damage. Brighton.
All right. I'm gonna attack both of them.
I don't know if I can kill a ghost with a warhammer, but let's find out.
1, 2. Oh, okay. Just
First
one.
one,
The
yeah,
one in
first
front of
one,
me.
yes. Second one, no.
7.
All right, this one's looking pretty ragged.
And then I try to knock him over.
Okay.
Oh, well, you get
Oh,
still a chance.
yeah, hold on. There might
That's what I like
still be
about
a-
athletics.
Ah, he rolled a 6.
Ah,
But just to make matters worse, he falls flat on his ass. I imagine like you take the hook of the hammer and like yoink, like a
well,
cane.
basically what I'm doing is you hit it with the hammer and then you just shield bash him and knock him over.
That's mean.
I know, it is.
All right, Alexia.
Yes.
All right. This one in front of Brighton, the one that you shot, is looking pretty bad. This
Okay.
one, the one in front of Vesner is a bit fresher, but not by much.
Which is prone?
The one in front of Brighton is prone.
That means advantage.
Okay. Advantage plus sneak attack. All that good stuff.
All right.
Oh,
Shit.
Oh.
damn.
Oh wow, an 11, 10 and 11. Oh,
That
wow.
sucks.
No.
That blows. Even
So
with
it-
advantage?
Yeah, even with advantage.
That's the
Ah,
first one.
what a
So,
waste.
so as Brighton is knocking him prone, you see your moment and you go to shoot him, but like as the arrow comes, the Phantom Warrior just kind of drops a little bit further.
I'm like, hey, wait.
You're like, shit.
Aw, damn
Like
it.
you're just like a second earlier. So okay, Maldrax.
This is the perfect formation right now, just so you know.
This is perfect.
Oh yeah. It's
Yeah,
just,
right?
You
just
got the
the
casters in
powerhouse.
the back,
Yep.
the mid range
This-
in the middle.
I mean,
This
I
is
could
marching
run and
order.
jump over everybody and go for like a flying bite attack. I can do that if we really need to. I might do that on the last guy.
Do
What
it.
what do ghosts taste like? Let's find out.
Vapor and
Today in the
sadness.
Small Drax kitchen.
Oh,
Today's ghost.
The true essence of the soul.
We're
You
cooking,
haven't learned flavor until you've learned ghost flavor.
last bones.
we're cooking up some phantom pate today.
All right, so Sacred Flame on the top one.
Top one. All right, let's see.
Ooh, he's gone.
With that
Yeah, he's-
panache.
Hopefully. Oh,
He gets disadvantage, right?
let's see. Let's see.
Because he's prone.
It didn't matter if he got disadvantage or not. So yeah, no, this one's dead.
Yes.
Just- The sacred flame comes and just erupts him, and he dissipates into ghostliness.
back to his endless time loop he goes.
Yes, back to his own personal hell where he's constantly dying in combat. All right, enough of the rest.
Oh, this is sounding good now.
I know. Cook this up now.
All right. The guy's
hold
just gonna like, this guy's gonna eat me?
Yes.
Multiple people are typing.
are we just making a
Yeah.
recipe now?
Yeah. Alright, so what is this guy doing?
He's gonna keep swinging. He's not going down without a fight.
With disadvantage.
Just a reminder.
Fuck.
Julia Childs.
I need to
Oh,
like
man.
do a zombie Julia Childs.
Ooh, that would be
now.
horrifying. With
Oh my
the
God.
voice and everything.
Please
A
tell
little
me that
worse.
little old lady with the pies is named Julia Child.
It is now. And today we'll be cooking.
Children.
Well, I was gonna say, what's her signature dish? It's the
Beef bourguignon.
beef bourguignon. There we go. Boy bourguignon now. Okay, yeah. So no, it swing. God, okay, no, we need to get on track.
Really back.
Rein it in. Okay. Yeah, no. So it's swinging wildly now in that sort of desperate act, but it's not hitting anything. Octavia's like, anybody need healing? Are we good?
I need
No. Okay.
Not you.
healing.
Yeah, I heard you.
How much
Sounds
healing?
like-
How much healing does Vesemir need?
Oh.
You need a lot of healing. You need a little bit of healing.
Half of my life healing.
You need half of your life healing. How about everybody else?
Rick Tavia's gonna get you for 17.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because he's like, because I'm the bigger man.
Thanks, old man.
Rick Tavia's like, healing. Get the healing hit. Lilith. Just end this.
I mean, really, guys. It's like you've never cast Sacred Flame before.
Julia Child. That's a good.
So good.
Oh, it actually did make it save. Even
Oh,
with
wow.
disadvantage, it made it save.
Ooh.
So it managed to like kind of like roll backwards or something. I don't know.
Well, it only gets disadvantage when I call it.
Okay.
Only once.
Who's the DM here?
Just saying. I don't want it to be not fair.
Well, he's still prone, right? That's why he's getting disadvantage.
Oh no, the other guy was prone. This guy.
Yeah, the other guy.
okay.
No, he was doing his battle master. That's a battle master thing, right?
No, it's I think it's a feat.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have time to do it right now.
What do you get? Where do you get that?
Is he? I don't know. Diesel.
Oh. Great name, by the way.
11,
Thank you.
11 slashing, 3 radiant.
All right. So he does take that. He takes it on the chin. Right.
Oh no, it is battle master. Never mind. Feats. Yeah. Okay. Smack.
Whack Big Mac. First one, no. Second one, yes.
Smack.
I love that solid 26 across the board.
Yeah, this is very good.
That's the third one at least.
Okay, yeah, so he does take that one too. This is not looking good for him.
No.
Howard,
So-
what's your strength score?
18.
Jesus.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Terrifying.
Yeah, okay. Look, when you're making a fighter, you're either dex or strength. There's no
I know,
in between.
I know.
So,
So having Dex as a backup is very helpful.
all right, Talaxia. This you're just front and center for the show at this point.
Oh my god. All right.
This guy's being grounded up in front of you.
Sneak attack. Arrow to the face.
Do it.
Do it.
Do this. Come on. Work. Can do it.
5 plus 8,
Oh,
13, 14.
not fast.
Okay.
End his suffering.
Yeah, his suffering's not over yet. You guys aren't doing
Small Drax,
quite-
do it!
Damn it.
Do it, Small Drax!
All Drax.
This is
I
your
called
moment.
I call upon the sacred flame again.
I thought you were gonna bite his face off.
Man, I need to get Sacred Flame. We could just
We're-
all do it.
We just
We're
keep
gonna-
blasting in the sacred flame. We just want to get it over with. I can mess up the bite, and I'm jumping over 2 people.
We're gonna flambe this bad boy over Sacred Flame. Nope, not with that one. He ain't. Okay. So, All right, you do, man. You pop him. He's he like takes it right in the chest. Just like there's like a hole in him, and he's just like, oh, and then he flops over dead.
Ghost a la mode.
Yeah.
All
Good
right.
job, team.
Yay!
Yay.
Yay! You did it. Okay.
Just like an outro.
What do burned ghosts smell like?
Oh
I would
yeah,
imagine.
Ooh.
I would imagine it probably smells like ozone.
yeah. Vesemir takes out his notepad and just like starts writing his notebook and just starts writing everything that he knows about ghosts now. It's like if there's any like plasma on the floor, just like grab.
No, weirdly enough, like as they fall towards the floor, they just kind of like dissipate. And, like,
At some
it's
point in the
through.
battle, just grab like a little bottle and just like get some out of the air.
Just straight
Save it
acid
for
off
later.
the
I
floor.
was just thinking that.
Is that a thing? Is ectoplasm a thing in D&D? I don't actually know.
If why not?
I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like
in the book.
I have a Q-tip for some reason. I'm just-
yeah, I feel like it would be like a component to a spell or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took my notes. I'm satisfied. Go in this room.
I was in this room.
Yeah, you didn't really get a good chance to look at that room because there was a lot of stuff going on. But now the things have kind of slowed down. Tattered and faded drapes cover the windows of the circular room, and empty torch sconces line the wall. Broken bunk beds and armor stands are strewn on the floor.
Yeah, why not search?
Do we see? Yeah, do we see anything of value or?
Buried under the wreckage is a small wooden coffer containing 4 potions.
Ooh.
Oh, what?
The potions look like they're made of molted iron. Anyone wants to roll me an Arcana check or a history check?
I think I know what it is, but that's meta.
Don't metagame this. Don't metagame this. You guys don't know what shit is.
Come on, guys.
Yes.
There you go. There you go.
Small Drax and Howard know, or Small Drax and Brighton knows what it is. You guys deduce that it is a potion, 4 potions of invulnerability.
This could be very helpful, guys.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Let me see if there's actually a handout for that. Hold on.
Yeah, what does invulnerability mean in terms of?
It's not what you think it is. Believe me.
Yeah, like
Because I had to look that up. Like, wait a minute, what? And it's like, no.
different from invincibility. That's different.
Let's see. Boop. There you go.
For 1 minute after you drink this potion, you have resistance to all damage. Cool.
Oh, well, that's still pretty great.
Yeah, it's not. It ain't nothing to sneeze at. That's for sure.
It's like Quicksilver kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's a
Yeah,
rare
if we're
item.
looking for like a historical reference, that could be it.
Nothing else in this room?
Yeah, can I see anything out the windows? Out of the windows?
From this window, you can't really see anything beyond. What you can see is, well, if the tower was still standing, you could probably see that. You do see the mountain, and you kind of start to see the remaining structures of Valaki. And you can see off into the far distance the cliffside village of Kreksk. But from that window, you don't really see much in the immediate area.
How about from this window?
That same thing.
How about from this window?
Well, from that
Well,
one.
this window.
What about this one?
This one.
Yes.
And we're gonna go back into combat.
More ghosts.
I guess we go
The
through
red
this door
dragon
now.
flies into the window.
I checked the floor.
Hold on. Well, it doesn't matter if you check it. Lilith, stop it. This door is locked.
Oh,
Oh, look at that. Dylaxia.
yeah, I was like, look at the rogue that we brought with us.
How convenient.
What's,
See if you can,
wait, what's,
see if you can lockpick that door.
okay.
Is that your dexterity check?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, the stone wall is still here.
Ooh.
You've seen this lock before. This is the one you trained on. This is the baby lock.
Excellent.
You can do it blindfold.
For beginners
was gonna
class.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
actually make fun of us while you unlock it.
Like really, guys?
She doesn't even like actually pick it. She just kind of like open it.
Yeah, she just like slides her knife through the door.
Yeah.
She
Has a
she
credit
is-
card.
she
This
is
is day one.
she uses the library card. I wouldn't waste the credit.
You wouldn't want to nick the credit
No, it's
card.
actually a blockbuster card.
Ew.
Ew.
Can you open a door?
But yeah, she is actually so slick with it. You actually don't see her doing the lock picking. You just think she opens it.
Right.
So,
Look, Ma, no hands.
this room is littered with the wreckage of ancient bunk beds. 5 dirt-caked windows allow precious little light to enter. In between them are 4 empty armored stands. Empty torch sconces line the wall.
Can I check the room?
You can thoroughly check the room. However, unlike the last room, you don't uncover any more potions of invulnerability or any of that sort.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Okay.
Can I see out of this window here and see what's going on?
You can this particular window here offers much of the same view as these windows over here. This one that Vesemir is standing at, though, you can see
Dragons.
stone gargoyles in the shape of dragons topping the mausoleum tower in the cemetery.
Ooh.
Yeah. But
Alright,
that's it.
let's explore the rest of the house.
Yay!
Do it.
Maybe we should check out that
Oh,
mausoleum
there's a
if we
door.
don't find
There's a wall
anything
here,
here.
right?
Yeah,
Uh,
does the wall go away?
yeah, if you wait 10 minutes, the wall goes away.
Okay, we wait 10 minutes. Does that count as a short
Waiting.
rest?
Okay, so you wait 10 minutes, and after those 10 minutes are up, you see this floor and this floor kind of shine and like a wave.
They were all
of-
like kind of like looking away. Oh wait, I hear Andrew.
Oh.
Wait.
Oh, what?
Uh-oh.
Alex, what happened?
Oh no!
Oh god!
Oh, God.
Alex, oh!
Everyone should
Everybody froze at once for Mia and Alex.
Oh really?
And it was really creepy because the music kept going and everyone was just like,
Ooh.
That means I'm doing my job. Creepy.
so fucking creepy.
Yes. I still don't see Alex.
I see his
I mean,
token.
Yeah, he's still reconnecting.
Hmm.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Oh,
I-
yeah, still am. Okay.
Hey, Alex.
I feel like when our computers battle for like the Wi-Fi,
Bandwidth?
I always
Bandwidth?
win.
Have you guys tried a VPN by any chance?
I have one on my computer. I think I can try.
Since you have different IPs that way, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
like, yeah, whatever.
I'm gonna try. Hold
Alright.
on.
Okay, so after 10 minutes, the stone wall vanishes in a flash of light, and that same flash of light encompasses this floor and this floor, presumably resetting the trap.
I get really nervous because part of my brain wants to go step on it again.
We gotta grind XP, bro. Come on.
Just keep going.
Joke's on you, we're just gonna farm.
we
Is there any way of like disengaging the trap?
I mean, at this point, it's not really worth it. We already checked those areas.
No, I
Yeah.
know. I'm just wondering.
We lost
There
Alex
goes again.
Oh shoot.
Oh.
I'm reconnecting.
He's reconnecting.
So should we go down this way? Was the wall? I don't know. There's like a thing here.
I think I broke Andrew.
It doesn't. No, I'm trying to look. It doesn't say anything about disengaging the trap. It just says it
Dispel
resets.
magic.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, if you use the dispel magic, you probably can. But the wall of stone spell, 'cause that's what it is. It's a wall of stone spell.
Mhm.
That's fairly high, if I remember correctly. Like not super high. It's not like 9th level or anything like that. But
Oh, I'm just wondering like what it is that
it,
brings the spiritual like warriors back.
oh, what brought the spiritual war? Actually, that's something Rictavia can tell you. If you guys want to talk to him, but you don't.
Oh man.
Hey, old man, tell us your
Who's that
stories.
guy?
Mouth open, yawn.
I need a good nap.
Bore us with some of your old stories.
No, Alex's computer froze on Jose full open mouth yawning,
Yeah.
Oh,
and
perfect.
it's so solid.
Yes.
Screenshot.
Damn, your reset, boo. So good. Sorry.
So Rictavio explains that at oftentimes, well, not oftentimes, but at the site of a great tragic battle in this case, like oftentimes the area remembers what happens. And so what you were fighting, he tries to explain it the best way possible. You guys were fighting were not actual people, but the memories of that battle that happened.
Those memories
Gotcha.
hurt.
So presumably what this area was like their last stand kind of a thing, and that's why these ghosts are concentrated in this particular area.
Got it.
So
Okay.
Alright,
Yeah.
So this is open, right?
yeah, it's open now.
So I guess we'll go to the other side now.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
I think we should check out the mausoleum, because if we're looking for that religious artifact, it might be in there.
That's a good idea.
Oh, I started exploring.
That's okay. Let's see. Hold on. Wait. Okay, so this one here, by where Lilith is, a red velvet curtain hangs in front of an alcove in the northeast corner of this hall.
You saw that?
Okay.
My token just.
Yeah.
What happened? I missed it.
I'm
His,
like,
his token went from like across the building to like right next to me as soon as it said like red velvet curtain.
What's the curtain?
Do I detect any magic behind this curtain or any sort of
No, you don't detect any magic behind the curtain.
cool? I use like my sword to part the curtain.
You have a sword?
Yes, I have a sword.
Literally the only time I've used it.
Yeah. I think that's true.
I think
think
so.
I've used-
That's
Yeah,
kind of blown back. Yet, wait, you have a sword this whole time?
I have a dagger, a crossbow, a sword, multiple battle axes for some reason.
We have
You
multiple
never know.
battle. Everything's stacked on your backpack, just bigger and bigger.
All right, so you go and you reach, you use your sword, and you reach for the curtain, and you draw it back, and there's nothing there.
oh.
Very sad.
Help
Is
me,
there
current
anything
number
in this
2.
room?
Behind curtain number 2,
Wait,
a
what's
red
in
velvet.
this? What is this little thing? What is this weird little alcove then?
That's exactly what it is. It's an alcove. That's it. um,
The worst.
Oh, so Lilith, well, when you're there, do you look out the windows while you're in that alcove?
Yeah.
Okay, so you look out the windows, and you're like, okay, it's a neat little alcove, and you turn back around, and the curtain's drawn again.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, Vesemir, a red velvet curtain hangs in front of an alcove in the southeast corner of this hall. It ripples ever so slightly.
Ooh.
I open it.
Okay. You see a black cloth covers something atop a white marble pedestal.
Wait a minute.
Do I
I've
detect
seen
any?
this
Can
before.
I check any marks or anything?
Yeah, you can roll an investigation check.
Investigation.
It
Yes.
looks good.
That is a pedestal, good sir.
I pulled the thing.
Okay,
Oh.
so as your hand reaches for the cloth, like as it gets closer, you start to see something red pooling at the bottom of the cloth. And when you pull the cloth back, you see your own severed head on top of the pedestal going like,
Oh god.
What?
Oh my
you're like, oh god, and you freak out.
Well, I
Let me
look
see.
at it and I start
I
taking
don't
notes,
think he'd freak out.
and I'm like really intrigued by this.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I think Vesemir would be super pumped to be able to study his own severed head.
Have you guys
like-
have you guys ever played LA Noir?
Uh-uh.
Yes.
You know how he like
Mhm.
draws super detailed sketches of like random people he meets? I do that real quick with my head. shit.
You go. You do that, and you start to reach for the note. You start to reach for your notebook, and when you pull it back up, you instead see a marble bust of Lord Arganvost.
That's the dragon, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Can I investigate the bust?
Yes, it's a bust.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's an exquisite alabaster bust.
I'm turning around. I was like, guys, my decapitated head was just there.
All they saw was a bust.
Like it was right there, dude. It was just crazy.
We're just like, okay, weirdo.
All right, cool. Sure. Okay. Take your word for it.
How about this door?
That door. Oh my god! Now they're gonna eat me.
I love that gif.
So amazing. It's
I love the one from like it was like some '70s movie where the guy's like no. When he okay, so all right, so you open that door and the room contains an iron tub and wood paneling on the walls that rises to the height of 3 feet. Above the paneling, the walls are painted with a continuous faded mural of a mountainscape.
Oh. Can I investigate the room?
You can investigate the room, and you God, oh man, I keep forgetting the word. You're like, hey, that's those mountains there, and you kind of like point like right out the window. You're like, it's like a 1-to-1. Yeah, look at that.
Huh, neat.
Huh.
Huh. Is there water? Is there running water here?
No, there's no running water.
Oh. Alright, cool.
Yeah, you turn the tap, and it's just like a bunch of dust comes out. All
How about this door?
right.
Oh wait, there's another door right here.
Yeah, there's another door right there.
Yeah, what's in
Do
it?
you want to investigate?
Yes.
Okay. Let me remember
I
that.
just imagine everybody just standing in the hallway, and I'm just like, oh, what is this? What is this? What is
Pretty
this?
much that's happening right now.
And you're loudly slamming doors.
Yeah.
no,
Okay.
I hate that.
Rainwater seeps through cracks in the ceiling and flows into a pool on the sagging wooden floor. The pool fills about half the room. Bare stone shelves line the walls.
Can I investigate?
You can. How much does your character weigh?
What?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what you just asked.
I said, how much does your character weigh?
Let's see. 92. I'm carrying 92.25 grams. I can't see. I can't. It's not telling me.
Grams.
Okay,
You're tiny.
Okay.
You slinging.
You step to investigate, and as you step in, the floor underneath you gives way, and you fall 20 feet.
Can I try to grab something?
Ooh, make me a dex save. See if you can.
Oh, a death save.
No, yeah,
It's
that's
not
what.
like it's gonna help, but whatever.
Oh, it did.
Ooh, you do manage to grab the door frame in time as the threshold has not given out.
So you guys are just like watching me go from door to door, and no, you hear, guys, I learned my lesson.
Oh, just kidding. I don't attempt to help you. I grab somebody else to help you.
You basically
Oh,
push him
no.
down.
Rectavio.
Yeah,
he rolls up
Stepped on his
sleeve.
fingers.
No, anyone but Rictavio.
Rictavio looks like he's going like he rolls up the sleeve to help you, and then he takes the butt end of his cane and starts pushing you on the head.
Anyone but Rictavio. No.
I'd rather die.
I'd rather drink bleach than have you help me.
Well, it seems like
Those
Talaxia helped
They
me.
definitely don't have bleach.
Yes, I help you. I've got a wing. I can lend a wing.
Do I make it?
Yeah, of course. you
Okay,
do.
great.
No.
Oh,
Get away, old man. Oh, how about this door?
You're back to.
Oh man, that was freaky. Oh look, another door. It's just like-
Learn
It-
something.
it's legitimately like dealing with a child.
I'm just very curious. That's all.
Can we look down into the pit and see what's down there, or is it just all darkness?
It is actually one of my flaws, just so you know.
You look down to the pit, and you actually see that the floor has given way to the area that you guys fought the revenants in last session,
Oh, that's
like
what
that dining hall area.
water is. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you had fallen through, you would have hit the table as it's on its side.
Dude, it's just
Like
been
right in the
chopped in
like
half
right,
by
right in the
gravity.
ribs. Like
Yeah.
Broken back.
oh jeez.
Oh god.
I'm in this like little loft space.
Okay. Hold
Where are
on.
you?
How?
I don't know if there's anything over here.
I don't know where you
Wait.
going. I can't
Why
see
does
you.
she have to move through walls? I don't get that.
Because you're not locking the.
Magic.
I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I
I
am.
can go right here.
Yeah, that's because I removed the walls now. I
Look,
just removed the walls.
I can go right here.
All right, you know what? We can.
I
do
can
it.
go everywhere.
I can go everywhere.
No, you guys. No, you guys cannot.
You have to do it per map.
Oh, restrict. Oh, that's dumb. Okay,
Restrict
yeah, I restricted the move.
There
Thank
you
you.
go.
Yeah.
No.
Too late.
All right. As I step through this door, I kind of like check the floor first. Now I'm a little paranoid.
You did like the tapping.
Yeah.
Lilith, you go first. Just let ladies first. Let's see.
So this painting, real quick, that was in the bathroom. You said there's a 1-to-1. Is this like a map, or it's just like a painting of like the landscape? Is there any notable landmarks or anything on it?
It is actually a painting of the mountains, but you notice that when you're like looking out the windows and back of the mountains, there's like it's missing the tower, or well, what would have been the tower. It's missing the tower. It's missing cracks. It's missing the Valaki. Like this is what the mountain looked like when it was still like
Before that. Okay.
yeah. But other than that, there's not really. It's like it's not that finely detailed.
Oh, it's not very good.
Hoping for some secrets in the painting.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, does it look like there's any structures anywhere?
Not that you can tell. It's like think of it more like a Bob Ross painting.
Yeah,
Broad strokes.
just
Happy-
landscape.
Yeah, happy little trees. This wooden balcony over where Lilith and Vesmir are. This wooden balcony overhangs the mansion's chapel. An exquisitely carved wooden throne rests at the west end between two doors, and narrow archways lead to spiral staircases going up and down.
Up and down.
Up and down. Hanging from the high ceiling is an iron chandelier with candle holders shaped like tiny silver dragons.
Are they made of silver?
Are they made of
They
silver?
they are shaped like tiny silver dragons. It is an iron
They are
chandelier.
made of garbage.
What's for this chair?
Huh?
What's for this chair? Throne thing, whatever.
That's a wooden throne.
Anything
I mean,
special
what do you
about it?
want?
But it overlooks the chapel in such a way that's like whoever, like you presume that as the knights were praying towards the Morning Lord or worshiping the Morning Lord, whatever, this is where Argynvos would have sat, or whoever was the head of the Knights of the Silver Dragon at the time. That's where he proceeded over them. It's in such a way that he can observe his knights, but it's not like in an audience sort of way.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Up upstairs.
Is there anything like on the chair or under the chair or anything I noticed about said chair?
No, there's unfortunately nothing under the chair.
All right, sit in the chair.
No.
Oh, I mean, you sit in the chair, it kind of like it
Is
creaks
it
a little bit.
Alright. I'd like to start creeping upstairs.
It's mahogany. Upstairs? Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah,
mahogany.
upstairs.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna hold on. Stop moving. Stop moving. Stop moving. Stop moving. Everyone's gonna get an aneurysm.
Oh no.
Because I
D10 aneurysm damage.
would that be psychic damage?
Aneurysm damage. New type.
It's bludgeoning damage as the blood violently shoots out.
Brain bludgeoning.
Oh my god, guys.
Oh, hold on. Let me restrict movement here because I forgot to do that.
Where are we? I
No.
can't see anything. I'm scared.
It's
Turn
dark.
around while you still can.
It's
It's just dark.
it's dark and scaly. Hold on.
Everywhere is dark.
Where is it? I can't see anything.
Run away from the mouse clicks.
We're gonna lose our viewers.
No, you're not.
We have viewers?
No.
We don't have viewers.
Free and one is me.
All right, so you guys are all kinds of bunched up.
I'm just like, oh, a door. I'm assuming there's a door here,
We're
right?
all
That's not a door. That's a window.
Is this a door?
Those are windows.
This is a door?
Those are all windows. It's just leading up.
That's
like
it? doesn't go
Do
anywhere.
do you keep going up?
Yeah.
Smuldrex is claustrophobic.
Sure.
Smuldrex like, I need room to breathe.
Yeah, this is too tight. Someone's
Oh,
stepping on my tail.
I don't like this. I don't like this. You guys got about 10 seconds before I start freaking out.
Help! Help!
Let's see. Da-da-da-da-da.
We're getting restless.
It's like I'm slowly getting pushed out.
Hold on, wait. How are you guys supposed to? Oh, okay.
This
I
reminds me of that
I
gif
just-
of the little dogs going around in a circle around the dog bowl. You know?
I just looked. I looked out for a second. I look up at the map. I just see like.
Save us.
Let us out of here.
Let us out!
I'm scared.
Hold on! Hold on! Stop! Okay, hold on.
This is when Andrew gives up.
Yeah, all right, that's a good place to go. Stop. Okay, so as you guys are going up the stairs, you see from around the bend one of those phantom knights that you guys fought, but he is looking out the window, or actually out of an arrow slit, and he has with him like a spectral bow, like with an arrow already knocked back. He hasn't noticed you guys yet.
He's just ready.
Yeah,
And he's just staring like out at the horizon.
yeah, like out of the arrow slit. So
Can
Look
I
at the swamp.
do I remember what like the commander or whoever what he looked like
yeah, you talking about
from the
Argent?
last guys? Yeah.
Yeah, you like every piece of art you guys came across was him. So,
I am gonna cast Disguise Self and disguise myself as an Argynbost. And
A dragon? Isn't he like a giant
oh,
dragon?
he had like
No,
multiple
he
different
said
He
like,
turned into a
disguises.
human.
So I'll just choose like whichever one was the bus that we just found.
okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I want to cast this and walk up to the guy and ask him, what's the report, soldier?
Ooh. What would be? Let's see. He as you approach with your Argynbost disguise going on, he sees you and he like for a moment he's like, oh shit, and he like readies himself. What did you ask? What's the report?
Yeah.
He goes, sir, it's all clear here, sir. Currently, no forces have been seen approaching Argynvost as of yet, sir.
All right. Well, me and my loyal squadron here will be ascending further into the tower to get a better look.
Ooh, I'm gonna need to see a persuasion check for that because there are some monstrous looking people in this.
Me and this bird person and lizard man.
Yeah.
He goes, sir, what? He's still standing like this because they haven't given him like the command at ease.
No.
So he's like, sir, would that be wise? One of them, he points.
Soldier. At ease. It's okay. We're
Yeah,
gonna.
yes, sir.
I understand they're a bit beastly, but as you should know, a outward appearance is no reflection of inward purity. I don't fucking know.
Stirring words indeed, sir. I truly been moved.
You have changed my life.
However, as you should know, the staircase only leads up to the turret, which I am currently. The turret is the structure, not like a Gatling gun turret.
Take the Gatling gun.
The staircase only leads up to where I'm at right now, sir. So I see you're giving a very thorough tour of Arganvoth to our new recruit. Which I will. Hi, hello.
Hi.
My he introduces himself.
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
He's a ghost. He doesn't realize he's a ghost.
He doesn't know.
He has no idea.
He's like, hi, I'm Vladislav. Nice to
Hi,
meet you.
Laszlo.
Hi, Laszlo.
Hi, Laszlo. All right, Laszlo.
That's
We're going
Vlad.
to we're
like
going to explore another section of this castle. But just a quick question: do you happen to know where my amulet? Maybe?
I'm sorry.
One of my amulets. I just left it laying around somewhere. I just wasn't sure if maybe you'd seen it. I say this in like an accusatory way.
I know you gave it to your trusted. I know you gave the amulet of Lugdana to your trusted second in command, Sir Vladimir Horngard. But other than that, I have not. No, sir. Mm-mm.
Do we recognize that name?
Have you seen Horngard anywhere?
No. I believe he's currently making the rounds. He's probably preparing to fortify his position even further for the upcoming fight with that bastard Zarovich's army.
All right. Well, back to it, soldier.
Yep.
What's his position?
Oh yeah. Do you know where he is? What's his position? Where is he currently fortifying the fort?
I know
I
he.
told him to meet me at the mausoleum, but I haven't seen him yet.
I know he's currently in the audience hall, briefing the troops, sir.
Shit.
Where's the audience hall?
Assuming that's the large chapel.
No, sir, that's the chapel. That's by your orders. We built the chapel there. The audience hall.
This guy's not very bright. I love it.
By your orders, we built the audience hall on the third floor, as you deigned it such, sir.
Absolutely, we did. All right, continue on, soldier. You're on the up and up.
Sir, may I speak freely, sir?
It depends.
I have never felt more inspired to be under your command. Every day is the best day of my life.
Well,
And
I don't know how many days you have left, so good on you, buddy. And I just walk away.
As she approaches us, I'm just like,
you can't hear him say, I would gladly die for that man. Like as you're walking away.
that's amazing.
Rough. All right. I'm
Alright,
gonna maintain my disguise though as we continue on.
It's like we gotta go. He's not gonna buy that for long. We gotta go.
You hear like you go 10 feet down. You hear, wait a minute.
Hold on.
Nope. All right. Onwards to the audience hall or briefing room or
Well,
what it is.
he explained that the staircase it only goes up to where he's at right now. So you're gonna have to find another staircase.
right.
Yeah, so we have to go back down.
Come on, south.
So we are going to just
We're
you guys right back here.
not playing around with the staircase again. We all start dancing around again.
All right, back into the other staircase.
Small Doc's like, oh god, no. Oh no.
You guys feel the air in here? It's so much nicer.
Just give me a second to stay 5 feet back.
I'll be back.
No, actually, you kind of saw from where that spectral warrior was, like both of those staircases lead up to
The turrets.
Yes. So
Okay.
yeah, those were both leading up to the turrets.
Boop, 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 boop.
So, so if you go up there, if you want to play dress up again.
Talk to the other guard.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna maintain this disguise for the time being.
How long does this guy's self last for?
I don't know.
Anyway,
Just try to convince whoever that were like your new generals or your battle strategy partners.
Yeah.
it lasts for an hour.
Nice. Okay, yeah. Do we want to try to go over here, guys?
Oh, I had to make an intelligence check to see if you're not. Okay, don't worry about it.
Sure.
I mean, would he really be on guard like that? He would just like see his commanding officer and just be like, "All right."
Nah, that's all right.
All right.
That was fun. I had a good time. So,
I was like, that was fun.
all right. So, what do you think?
Onwards to try to find this other tower.
Okay. So, where you guys? Like, go. You got him.
Can we go
What's up this tower?
down this way?
Do.
All right. So, where is small Drax right
Boop,
now?
boop.
Okay, so there's a hallway here, and there is a spiral staircase. Hold on. There's a spiral staircase where Lilith's at right now.
I'm assuming down here is spiders.
This is the broken part of the spiders, yeah.
Yeah, you can actually see this is where the wall kind of ends, and you can hear the sounds of the little spider legs.
Nope, upstairs.
Oh, yep. Let's get out of
Go
here.
that way.
No, thank you.
Does that sound make anybody else retch when they hear it, or is
Yeah.
it just me?
All
Yeah,
the little-
like I actually had like an audible or like a tingling, shivering of the back of the neck.
The opposite of ASMR.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I feel that way about hearing people chew or like loud smacking of the metal.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's a bad one. Ugh. Jeez. It's like nails on a chalkboard.
Okay.
Okay, I take nails on the chalkboard over the sound of somebody chewing audibly.
Same, yeah.
Okay. So, hold on. Just
You're like that chick in Chicago who's all like, "You pop that gum one more time." You had it coming.
Whoa. Yes,
And
I
it's almost
felt that so much every time.
Andrew, it's almost 9. Do you want to take a quick break?
Oh yeah, I have to. Yeah, give me just a second. I have to prepare some liquid Theraflu for Teresa real quick. I'll be right back.
You got her sick too?
Yeah.
No, she got herself sick. What I was sick with and what she was sick with is two totally different things. So
Coronavirus.
It's gotta
You're
be.
infected.
I was waiting for someone to say it.
Definitely coronavirus.
Oh God.
I'll be right back.
yeah.
Wash your hands. All right.
20 seconds minimum.
Suspicious. They both leave. Everybody leaves. Okay.
Oh, and the cat leaves too.
The
Damn.
cat's gone. Cat's out.
Because I'm feeding him. It's dinner time.
Howard, why am I the only one that ever calls you Howie? I feel like it's just a
I-
holdover from Sunwise.
I think that's what it is because I haven't been called that since elementary school.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I only ever heard you get like called Howie at work, and then in this group, everybody still calls you Howard, and it's so weird.
Yep.
Because
No
I
one
kind
does.
of feel like an asshole.
Wait, why?
Oh, because of like that forced nickname thing almost. I don't know.
Yeah, I basically it's like having a second name. It means the same thing to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Some
I
people
just
don't
kinda-
like that though. Like if they're a Mike or a Michael or a Mikey, like
Oh,
they
okay.
might prefer one over the other.
Well, I mean, I kind of grew up with both. Like it was. It's weird to say Howie. I don't know. Saying that out loud is weird. But I grew up with that actually through middle school, and then as of high school, I just never corrected teachers, and then since then, it's just what it was.
Grew
Like
into
friends
a
from-
Howard.
Yeah, and then friends from I knew before high school do still call me Howie, so it's like I don't know.
I just remember Chelsea every time you'd like walk in the door, Howie. So
How weird is it? We've all worked at the same company.
Yeah.
Alex and I have worked at like 3 companies together, at
That's-
least.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you both worked at the jerky place, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
We
also
started-
Men's Warehouse.
Yeah. That was where we like started dating.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we went to high school too. Does that count?
known
We went
each
to
other
high
for a
school
while.
together. Yeah, and then like I kind of count Zenwise because it was under the same umbrella.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
And then I did pull a contract with Ashley Furniture for a bit.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna ask if there was
Yeah.
ever like a,
Or
I don't know.
minimum? Yeah.
There's a couple. I mean, what, 2 contracts? I think they did like 2 sections of words or
I did like 4.
some
but I
things.
was
I don't
only in
remember what they.
office like a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boom.
I don't even remember. It was so long ago. I think you wrote copy, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. I read a bunch of copy. A lot of copy.
I could never do that. I don't know. I have no. You gotta be creative a bit, right?
Yeah.
You gotta come
A
up with
little
words
bit.
and put them together. Like what?
That's not
It's
my
a
thing.
lot of like synonym for
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
Yep. True.
Yeah. Depending on the products, I have like a word bank of descriptive terms, like especially for the like sex toys when I write content for them, because it's like
Do they have a lot of copy? Oh, I guess they would, huh?
hundreds of products.
Oh, yeah.
I have written like well over 1,000 at least.
Wow.
Like, yeah, and that's just like new products being released.
Is it just like
Barely-
one company, or is it just like?
Yeah.
Oh wow. All right.
It's like one company with like multiple different brands,
Yeah.
and then yeah, they release like anywhere from 100 to like 125 products every 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah, and then like my first big project with them was like 500 plus products.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you don't realize like how long you can go making sexual innuendos until you have to do it for like 3 weeks on end.
Yeah. You have to do thousands of them.
And
I
then
get
you
to the
hear it and you're
end.
like, oh, I came up with that one.
Yeah, I get to the end and I'm like, I just want to watch like Disney movies and like super posh English television about royals that's just
Yeah.
like super clean.
With like proper English. Yeah.
Yeah, I need pure Victorian standards where I'm just like, please, just white gloves and no sex. I'm so yeah.
I mean, someone's got to do it, right?
All I heard is no
Like-
sex.
I was talking about like how fried my brain gets when I have to write a lot of content for the like sex toy company.
That's right.
Yeah, that's fun.
Oh, Twitch.
Oh, I forgot we were streaming.
It's okay. Nobody's watching.
Good. I still get really mad when people ask me if I write reviews. And Amanda
Oh,
straight
yeah.
up texted me like when we first started. It was like, "How'd the reviews go, by the way?" And I was like, "I want to review myself." Just
Right?
let it off.
Reviews.
That's even weirder.
Yeah.
Like writing content and like listings is totally different than writing reviews about sex
Yeah.
toys.
Yeah. Much different.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, hi there. Oh, hi, Mark.
What the fuck? What did I walk into?
Oh, hi, Mark.
Well, I'm literally talking about like work.
That
I'm
doesn't
a
help. I don't think.
copywriter. No, it doesn't. It doesn't help. I'm a copywriter. It's like innately bad. I just am very comfortable with writing weird things.
True.
Right. Okay.
Whatever you say.
Sure.
I worked with one weird company. This was a random brand on Amazon. They specifically make men's ball powder.
That's what they specialize in.
Nice.
That's
I've
what they
seen that.
that is their like flagship product.
What does that do exactly?
Apparently, it's like a cooling, refreshing breeze for their under sack area.
Beautiful.
Their name is Fromunda.
Love it.
Okay, that's awesome though.
I'm gonna buy some now just because of that.
Untold.
I'm not gonna use it. Just
Jose will write the review for you. There you go.
I already read the copy. It looks great.
Very refreshing.
This shit changed my life.
This is my life. Okay.
Amazing. Really amazing.
Oh my god.
All right.
What kind of branding do they have? I can't even imagine.
That's a good question.
Probably the most just like guy focused, like
Oh, it's very
Yeah.
like.
So
I can
we're up
find
here.
them.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Like I'm. You guys, like your characters, are talking about ball powder.
We're just standing in the hallway talking about
And Rick
We're
Tabby was like,
talking about how badly leather armor chafes.
Yeah.
Right, right.
and Rick Tabby was like, never trusted this stuff. That's what cornstarch is.
Ah!
Oh, I was gonna click on that, but my screen is being captured right now. I do not want to do that.
No.
It's nothing like it's no.
Oh
It's just
no,
an
now
Amazon
Amazon
listing.
knows I clicked this.
Nope.
Should have hugged that.
I have to have multiple Amazon accounts so I don't like totally ruin everything.
Yeah. Oh, okay, it's called body powder. Okay. They can't.
No, I had a meeting with like the guys that own the company, and they specifically said what it's for.
Yeah, I mean,
Name, the logo. I can't. That's.
all right, hold on, I gotta see what it says.
I'm gonna put the screen on.
Oh my
Be right back.
god! Oh my god! Someone
They paid
knows.
someone to
Great.
make that.
This is
Someone
amazing.
got paid actual money to make this.
Oh yeah.
I got paid really good money to make that look great.
we,
That is
We-
wonderful.
it's like a perfect balance between tacky and tasty. Or tasty.
Oh, it's great. Tasty, you say.
Tasty.
Oh.
That's like the third fucking episode where I slipped and said something I didn't mean to say. That's
I think you're using it wrong, Andrew.
So we're here in the House of the Dragon.
Yes, dragon.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my god, I'm dying. Anyway.
all right.
Ryan,
So-
marching orders. Get in front with me. Come on.
Where's the front? Is this
Right
the
here.
front?
Which way is the front?
Oh, I'm gonna be leading the way because I'm still in disguise.
Oh, that's true. I forgot.
That
All
makes
right, do it.
You came from under.
No, nobody came from anywhere.
Oh man.
All right.
Oh, look at that!
Oh,
I got a strike on Twitch.
What?
Really?
No, you didn't.
Oh,
Oh, I was like, oh my god, I'm sorry.
You liar.
okay. So, Lilith, as you're walking through, the dilapidation and destruction is becoming much more clear here. The floors, I believe, are made out of hewn stone in this particular area. And to your left is what looks like. Well, okay, hold on. To your left, the roof over this part of the mansion has collapsed, creating a 20-foot diameter gaping hole with broken rafters bisecting it. Dark storm clouds roll across the sky overhead. The floor is piled with rocks, broken tiles, shattered beams, and other debris. Beneath the rubble lie a sagging floor and puddles of rainwater. For the sake of exploration and whatnot, everywhere you see the rubble is difficult terrain.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pop around this corner. And who's this guy?
You see,
Ooh.
the west wall of this 50-foot long, 30-foot wide audience hall has crumbled, leaving a gaping hole in a pile of rubble. Weapons and shields that once hung from the walls have fallen to the floor and succumbed to rust. A large wooden throne carved to resemble a dragon with unfolding wings faces 3 tall windows to the west.
Does this guy look like? Does it look like Lilith?
Really what?
Does this guy that's here looks like Lilith?
You actually can't see what he looks like because he's facing the windows, so the back is to him.
I am the
going
lord of this
to-
castle. No, I'm the lord of this castle.
But that that ash dragon that you
Yeah.
guys saw before. He's the little dragon of ash and soot is perched on top of the throne.
Oh, okay.
I forgot about it. Did we just leave it there? Like,
Yeah.
all right, well,
No,
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 it just like flew off.
it flew out of the room.
I am gonna just kind of like ask, like, is this like Horn Guard? Like out into the room, like asking whether or not that is Horn Guard himself. Horn Guard, that was that his name? Yeah.
As you actually hold on. As you approach the throne, before you even get to say anything, he goes, you hear a voice say, "Is this what you came for?" And a gauntleted hand comes out from the side, and you see an amulet dangling from a chain. Let me see if I can get a picture of said amulet for you.
I want to respond only if it is willingly given.
Ooh,
Nice.
diplomacy.
that was a skill in 3.5. It was called diplomacy.
Not in this one, it ain't.
It was so overpowered. Oh my god.
It kind
Really?
of yeah.
Oh yeah. It's like, I'll
Yeah.
use diplomacy, fix all the problems.
You could literally talk your way out of everything.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like I just
No.
murdered someone and just kidding. No, it's
I
like,
rolled
it's
at
okay.
19 diplomacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Okay.
And because the rules were more hard set, it's like, oh, you rolled a 20. These people love you. Like,
They tell you how they hated their cousin and they're really happy you murdered him for them.
Nope.
They
Okay,
inherit
$5.
everything now.
let's see. Okay, yeah. So the amulet, I can't show it to you actually because there is no proper handout without showing everything. But it looks like an iron sun dangling from a gold chain with a ruby center.
Cool.
And when you say only if it's giving willingly, the gauntleted hand goes back to the throne, and he says, "Leave this place."
We can't leave this place until we have found what we seek to defeat Strahd.
Okay, hold on.
Yes.
Wait, well, you make a good point there.
Fuck, I'll just show what he looks like to you guys. Why not?
I'm so excited. Plot development.
That's what.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's the throne he sits on.
Where's the
Does he
amulet?
have
And-
that sword?
Is the sword the amulet? I'll take it.
No. His grip on the great sword, on the blade of the great sword, tightens, and says, "If you have come to destroy me, know this: I've perished defending this land from evil over 4 centuries ago, and because of my failure, I am forever doomed. If you destroy this body, my spirit will find a new corpse to inhabit, and I will hunt you down. You cannot free me from my damnation, nor would I wish it. If you've come to free this land from the creature that feasts on the blood of the innocents, know this: there is no monster I hate more than Strahd von Zarovich. He slew Arganvos, broke the life of the knight I loved, and destroyed the valiant order to which I devoted my life. But Strahd has already died once. He cannot be allowed to die again. Instead, he must suffer eternally in the hell of his own creation, from which he can never escape. Whatever can be done to bring him misery and unrest, I will do. But I will destroy anyone who tries to end his torment."
Are you saying that the torment is Barovia itself?
He
Because if so, fuck.
he simply says, "Talk to the old Vistani woman. There's more to her than what you've seen." No.
We already have, and she sent us to you.
Then I
We
suggest,
don't wish to end Strahd's misery. We wish to be the archetypes of, or the architects of his demise.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It's good.
Very eloquent.
Yes.
We want to free the land, the Vistani, the elves, and all who suffer under Strahd's thumb and manipulation.
Just the elves. We want to free the elves.
Elves.
They're the original ones. Everybody else was.
I want to free everybody.
They were, well, but they were brought here by Strahd.
Casimir,
Yeah,
Maybe this dude doesn't like everybody else.
Casimir, just stay back there.
As I'm drawing my sword really slowly.
Yeah. He goes, "There is no freedom. Haven't you learned that now? Even in death, there is no freedom." And when he says that, he stands up, and you can see centuries of dust just fall away from his armor. As clearly he sat in that chair for a long time, and yet his sword, his great sword, gleams as if freshly forged yesterday.
Is this
I
guy
want-
like solid or is he like all ghostly too?
He's solid. He actually, when he turns, you see that his eyes burn with the same anger and hatred that the revenants in the chapel do. And he goes, "And now you've come to this place, this house of the holy, wearing that disguise."
Oh, I should have mentioned I did try to drop the disguise before we started this whole thing, but
Well, you didn't, but that's okay. It's
okay.
Did he say his name?
No, we know this is
is
Horn
him?
Guard.
It is him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to, yeah, like I just want to say to him, like, well, Argenpost still, his spirit remains, and lurks these halls, and he sees nothing but fallen soldiers, including yourself. We are the new ones that will bring about Strahd's defeat. Just because your era has fallen does not mean that all is lost. I'm just,
Oh, them fighting words. When you say that his hand goes from the blade of the sword up to the hilt, and he turns to you with the sword drawn now properly, and he goes, "You will see that my knights are not so easily fallen."
Oh no.
Hey, we
And
take a
that-
long rest.
No, you don't. That's
I knew we
actually
should have went to the mausoleum.
That's actually, we're gonna have to pick this up where we left off next.
Getting
I mean, I can't like attempt to dissuade him. Like, we didn't come here to fight you. We came to seek a way of defeating Strahd.
Shiva.
The Vistani woman sent us here to you. You are not forgotten from these lands.
She said you could help us.
He takes the amulet and he just like simply like places it on his neck and drops it into his armor and says, "I will not allow you to go any further than here."
Well, some holy cleansing is coming.
Well, then your death was for nothing because you're allowing Strahd to rule this land forever. Good job. Those are fighting words. Fuck this.
And then he says, "I will show you what a meaningless death is." And then he readies himself for battle. And that's where we'll pick up next time. So,
This
And
guy.
Curse of Strahd.
Carter's what will happen on the next episode?
Cue theme song.